The 38th West Virginia Breeders' Classic is Saturday, October 12th at the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Come out and enjoy 9 Breeders' Classic races. Post time is 7 p.m. There will be food trucks, live music, and more. A championship night of racing where champions meet challengers for year-end honors. It's the richest night of racing for West Virginia's thoroughbred industry. Visit www.wvbc.com.
Welcome back to Gold Nation Buffet. I'm Ryan, and I'm so excited to show you guys the Hibachi Station. It's phenomenal. Check this out. What's incredible about the Hibachi Station, you can use this screen system, choose everything from your meats to your sides to pho, ramen, and so much more right here. And they'll build it for you right on down here at the station. And boom, there you go. All those requested ingredients fresh on the plate and ready to go. Come on down here, Golden Nation Buffet, for their incredible Hibachi Station. We'll see you soon.
A DUI arrest can have a devastating impact on one's life, your job, your driver's license, and in some cases, your very freedom. My name is Harley Wagner. I own and operate West Virginia's only exclusive DUI defense firm. Since 1999, I've been representing citizens throughout the Eastern Panhandle and state of West Virginia charged with DUI. Let my years of training and experience work for you.
The initial consultation is free at the Wagner Law Firm in Martinsburg. Phone 304-901-7400 or online at westvirginiaduilawyers.com.
Join us for the 45th Mountain State Apple Harvest Festival, October 17th through the 20th. Enjoy all of your favorite apple harvest events. Come downtown for the Grand Feature Parade, or join us at the fairgrounds for the pop-up shops and arts fair, apple contests, a rodeo, carnival, and so much more. Meet this year's celebrity Grand Marshal, actor Frankie Muniz of the hit TV series Malcolm in the Middle. Get all the details online at msahf.com or follow us on social media.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
Dear Lord, the battles we go through life.
We ask for a chance to fair.
We ask for a chance to fair.
Chance to equal our strife. Chance to do it there.
Chance to do it there.
We should win.
We should win.
Let it be by the code.
Let it be by the code.
Faith and honor held high.
Faith and honor held high.
We should lose.
We should lose.
Stand by the road.
Stand by the road.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Cheers, the winners go by.
Day by day.
Day by day.
We get better and better.
We get better and better.
So we can't beat.
We can't beat.
Who let the dogs out?
It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school football, featuring the Martinsburg Bulldogs. To get you ready for today's play-by-play action, we'll bring you interviews, in-depth analysis, and important game information on the pregame show. So let's get things started by going to the stadium and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening from beautiful Morgantown, West Virginia, for some high school football action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. As we welcome you into our pregame show, brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Give them a call at 304-350-1931 or visit whmsystems.com. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Cameramen are Kenny May and Marcus Jordan. Back in the studio is Nick Verzolini. As tonight, the undefeated Martinsburg Bulldogs start their road trip for the remainder of the year. Game 1 of 4 straight road games in the regular season against the Morgantown Mohigans, who are 4-2 overall. Dylan, I told you how special of a place this looks. The layout is one of the best in the state, and what better could you ask for when the Bulldogs are in town?
Right, this is, an awesome place to be as the school kind of sits as the backdrop for the field, and it kind of surrounds it almost, and it's a really fun environment. Nice field. Morgantown's got nice uniforms. It'll be a nice one to watch on TV 10 tonight. So I think we're looking forward to a pretty fun matchup here. Martinsburg obviously has been pretty dominant all of the season. Jefferson was able to give them a scare for a half, but they came through and ended up winning the game by 28 in the end. And outside of that, it's been complete and total domination. Last week against Musselman, 56-8. that one touchdown coming at the end of the game when Martinsburg had pulled their starters already. So it's been tough sledding for really anybody to get much of any offense going against Martinsburg, and Martinsburg has had the exact opposite experience on offense themselves, whether it's throwing the ball or passing the ball. We've seen multiple times now where they just basically say, we can give Coy Fagan a break with his legs and let him throw the ball around the yard, and he's able to with relative ease. So tonight they come in against Morgantown, 4-2, number 5 in the state. Their 2 losses being to Bridgeport and Wheeling Park last week on the road, 14-7. So it's the game that I think most people would expect Martinsburg to be able to win based on those results there. But you never know. I think Morgantown is a team that isn't really going to pass the ball very much. And we know Martinsburg's strength is their run defense. So we'll see what gives and who can win, especially on that side of the ball.
Last time these two teams met, back in 2022, it was a playoff game in the first round. Martinsburg got the win. The last time Martinsburg was in Morgantown, you have to go all the way back to 2016. So it's been a long time coming for the Bulldogs to try to take over in Mohigan territory to come out on top. Let's step aside, take our first break on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of that break, we'll get the check of the area schedule. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
West Virginians are fiercely independent, and Mountaineers should always be free to choose. We want to be left alone to live our lives as we see fit. Why should politicians dictate what we can and cannot do with our bodies? Women deserve the same rights that every man has.
All fight to protect your right to privacy and to make your own healthcare decisions. I'm Stephen Wendelin, and I'm asking for your vote this November.
Paid for by Wendelin for Congress.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for the check of the area schedule, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. The Hedgesville Eagles came in at 13th in this week's playoff ratings after losing last week to Jefferson 42-13 to fall to 2-3 overall. Hedgesville got its Week 7 game in last night at Liberty, where the Eagles' struggles continued as they fell 32-7. Hedgesville has now lost 4 straight games and are 2-4 overall. Hedgesville's next game is October 18th at Musselman. The Spring Mills Cardinals remain at the top of this week's playoff ratings after improving to 6-0 last week with a 43-0 win at Washington. Spring Mills has now outscored its opponents by a combined score of 297-0. The Cardinals won't allow any points this week either, because it's their bye week. Their next game is October 18th against University. Spring Mills head coach Marcus Law shared their approach for the bye week.
Well, the biggest thing we gave those guys off, just kind of get their bodies back, but we're looking at the next 3 days. We're going to get physical and get after a little bit amongst ourselves. Especially like defensive day to day, we're going to kind of look back and kind of go working on some of those small things. oftentimes throughout the game week, you try to get the big picture and get picture game plan in there. But then it's always some of those small things you kind of wish you can slow down and go back and hit. So, it's just a prime example for us this week to kind of go back, slow it down, get some of that fundamental stuff in there, and so we can kind of get ready to go as a university.
The Washington Patriots are 8th in this week's playoff ratings after last week's 43-0 loss to Spring Mills to fall to 4-2 overall. And just like their opponent from last week, they too are on bye this week. The next game for the Patriots is October 18th when they host Martinsburg. Here's Washington head coach Terry Ray.
In a 3-week span, we were playing the number 1, number 2 team in the state. We got Martinsburg next Friday. This is the measuring stick. We want to see where we're at as a program. We're in year 2, and I think we're doing pretty good here. The ceiling's unlimited for us. And I told the kids, I was like, sometimes you got to take it on the chin. We got to learn from our mistakes. And in order to get better and possibly move on, because everybody's making playoffs this year, but we get that playoff opportunity. We had that playoff type atmosphere last Friday with Spring Mills, and we're probably going to have it again with Martinsburg. But they're the top 2 teams right now in 4A, and Martinsburg's been the top team for decades now, it seems, in West Virginia. So every time we have an opportunity to play teams like that, it's a great measuring stick to see where we're at and to show the kids that this is the level we have to get to compete for state championships.
The Jefferson Cougars are 11th in this week's playoff ratings after picking up a 42-13 win at Hedgesville last week to improve to 2-3 overall. This week, the Cougars will host South Hagerstown. Jefferson head coach Craig Hunter shared the scouting report on South.
They've changed some quarterbacks throughout the season, so I think they've found the guy they want to go with. He's more of a dual-threat guy, more mobile, so they're going to try to make sure they get him in the mix. Defensively, they're going to try to get after us a little bit. Defensively, they will play some man-to-man. We've seen it. I don't know if they'll do it this week. They've shown some man-to-man, but in the last couple games, they haven't really shown a lot of man-to-man, so we'll have to play that by ear. But we're going to continue to just work on getting better each week and set a game plan based on how they're going to set us up defensively and offensively, what they're going to what formations they're going to give us, and sort of play our best football and try to get a victory.
Lastly, the Musselman-Applemen come in at 15th in this week's playoff ratings after dropping to 0-5 on the year due to a 56-8 loss to Martinsburg last week. This week, the Applemen return home as they host Cabell Midland, who are also 0-5 so far. Here's Musselman head coach Brian Thomas.
It's like looking in a mirror, honestly. You look at our schedule right now. Somebody told me the other day that we had the toughest strength of schedule so far this year. So you look at our schedule and it's pretty tough. And then you look across the field and you look a little bit at what they've done. They played Huntington, Spring Valley, and Hurricane, who are all GW. They've played really good teams as well. So, you kind of look at 2 teams that are both sitting in the same boat. We're sitting at 0-5. We both played a pretty tough schedule. So, that's really kind of what I gather from that. I feel like it's almost looking in the mirror.
That will conclude the Rocks Local Markets Check of the Area schedule. We'll continue more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596. Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football. Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney. Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game. If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Town High School for West Virginia High School football action on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 as we continue with the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. On the TV 10 side, our cameramen are Kenny May and Marcus Jordan. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini as we now look at the Morgantown Mohigans, a team 4-2 overall right now, 7th in the Class 4A playoff ratings, 8th in the Metro News Power rankings. So, it's a team that likes to run the ball, coming off, though, a very tough loss at Wheeling Park, 14-7 last week, in which the Mohigans turned the ball over 4 times.
Yeah, they've had some struggles in portions of the season. Like you said, a team that likes to run the ball. They've had success. Against Wheeling Park, they ran the ball 48 times for 228 yards, but still only was able to get 7 points out of it in the end. Against Bridgeport in their 49-0 loss, they allowed 425 rushing yards and 7 rushing touchdowns by Bridgeport, which Bridgeport does what Bridgeport does. But they've had their struggles in that game. The Morgantown was only able to get 46 yards rushing in that one, and 43 yards passing. So they were able to get a 90-yard kickoff return from A.J. Thomas. That's going to be your guy to look out for. They got that against South Charleston in a 62-0 victory. So in him on the season, 78 carries for 490 yards. So he's averaging over 6 yards a carry. Caught the ball out of the backfield 5 times, 41 yards. Like you said, Colin, this is a team that they're going to spread it out and run from the shotgun. It's similar offense to what Martinsburg would run in some ways. It'll look similar, but they're not going to pass the ball nearly as much as Martinsburg can. Then, Martinsburg, it depends on game to game how much they choose to run and throw, but they stay pretty balanced. Morgantown's a team that it might look similar before the snap, but it's going to be a lot of running the ball. They throw some jet sweeps in there. Guys, a wing back listed on their depth chart. Wing back, fullback, tailback. When you get all of that listed out, if you just look at their depth chart, you might think that they run the triple option, or kind of the wing T, flex bone type of deal. But they'll spread it out a bit and throw the ball. But overall in the season, they do have big wins, like I mentioned, over South Charleston, at Parkersburg 24-13 to start the season when they didn't have their starting quarterback Alex Himes. And going across the board, their team, they'll try to spread out who does run the ball, but that's mainly going to be the thing that they go for.
Morgantown having some black and orange showing up here slowly, as you can see for those tuned in on TV 10, the Bulldog fans coming out in support. Still plenty of time if you're in the area or if you're on your way tuning in. Stay safe out there. I know WVU has its game tomorrow, so that's going to add to some traffic up here. But let's step aside, take another break on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from Sean Beiser, the head coach of the Morgantown Mohigans. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I'm Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare and life insurance agency. We are here to help you navigate the Medicare maze. We represent all of the major carriers, and you do not pay any more to go through us than if you go directly through a carrier. But if you go through us, you have a local professional to help you with all your Medicare needs, not a voice that could be in some other part of the world. Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare agency, BodwellInsuranceSolutions.com or 304-283-0864.
When you're looking for the perfect gift, look no further than L.A. Roberts Jewelers at 146 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Choose from a huge selection of unique items, from the finest diamonds that make your eyes sparkle to exquisite timepieces, figurines, and collectibles. Buying from L.A. Roberts Jewelers means that you've made the decision to do business with people who've excelled in the industry for more than 100 years. They'll be here tomorrow when you need them, and if you need your jewelry or your watch repaired, they'll do that too. L.A. Roberts in downtown Martinsburg. Old World Jewelers for a new age.
How was golf today, hon?
It was really good. The clubhouse had some really good deals.
Hey Dad, you know what's even a greater deal? Panhandle dumpsters.
They do have some really good deals.
Great deals. They're clean, and yellow, and locally owned. If you use this promo code, you get $32 off your first month.
How'd you do that?
That's the magic of Panhandle. Try it.
Wowzers!
Wowzers!
Catch the great new deal at Panhandle Dumpsters. Use the promo code to get $32 off your first month.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. They got the golden chicken sandwich, the hot honey mango, and one with the 4 basic food groups: chicken, buffalo, bacon, and ranch.
Righteous!
Rock's Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. I'm getting the golden chicken sandwich or the buffalo bacon ranch.
Hot honey mango for me.
Dude, you don't have any eyebrows.
Rock's Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. I'm joined by Morgantown football head coach Sean Beiser. Coach Beiser, your team so far this year, 4-2 overall. Just tell us a little bit about how the season's gone for your program.
It's gone well so far. Obviously, we'd like to be, 6-0, but that's not how it is. So, I think our team has improved. We were an inexperienced team starting the season, so I think we've made some strides in, trying to improve each week. To this point, we're doing fairly well. Looking at last week's game, a very low-scoring one at Wheeling Park that your team unfortunately fell 14-7 in, but what were your overall thoughts about that game? What'd you like? What were some things that you feel like your team still needs to work on? Well, we didn't, we fumbled the ball 5 times and lost 4 of them. That was a huge factor in the game. I thought our defense played fairly well. Offensively, we moved the ball. We just did not, we turned it over in critical situations, and it came back to bite us in the end. So, I thought, like I said, I thought our defense played fairly well. Special teams didn't play bad except for one play, and that ended up really costing us. So, those are all things that we need to work on and improve on, and, that's been our focus this week. Have turnovers been a big issue for your team? Was that kind of just something that happened last week that you give credit to Park's defense for forcing? No, they weren't really forced turnovers. It was our own doing, most of them. I think they had 1 forced turnover. That was it. It's just one of those all year, but it was an issue Friday night. And like I said, it just, as shocking to me as it was to everybody else. So it's just something we had to work on cleaning up and take care of in our individual drills and try to fix some issues that we had. This week, you guys take on Martinsburg. You get them at your place, something that I believe hasn't happened since, I think, whenever I look, 2016, I think, is the last time the Bulldogs have made the trip up there. So what's the excitement been for your guys' program to get a crack at the more dominant team in the state over the past few years? I mean, we're just excited to be able to have a game and a home game here, and that's an exciting thing. I'd rather play here than travel 3.5 hours, which we've been doing a lot this year. So, great program. Martinsburg does a great job. Coach Walker, I've known him a long time. I have great respect for him and what he has done. Excuse me. So, just to have those guys come in here will be an exciting atmosphere. We have a great stadium and a great atmosphere here. So, I think it'll be a big night in Morgantown for sure. What has stood out to you about this year's Martinsburg team in the film that you've been able to watch, if any? Well, I think their quarterback is phenomenal. He's really, really good, and they they've got athletes, and he distributes the ball to those guys and does a really nice job, and he's a playmaker for them. So he's the number one thing I think that stands out. And, they're well coached. They do a great job on special teams, and they've got athletes, and they use their athletes really well. Defensively, they put a lot of pressure on you. They don't give you much space to operate. So they bring a lot of pressure, and their kids are really athletic, and they just try to man you up, and you got to make plays, and that's the name of the game with them. So they're very impressive in all three phases, and you can tell they're a very good football team.
On your side of things, who are some guys that we can watch out for and expect potentially a big game from, or that you guys need a big game from if you want to be able to compete?
Well, I think starts at our quarterback position. We got two kids that are playing quarterback. I think they both have to have a really good game for us, and that to number one, and then go to A.J. Thomas, our leading rusher. He's done a really good job this year, and if he has a good game, then things will go well for us. But at the end of the day, on both sides of the ball, it starts up front. We have to do really well on our offensive defensive lines. So those are, they're not individuals, but those are the two groups that I think, you need to watch out for and see how they're playing. And then, on the back end on defense, I think our secondary has to be able to come up, and we have to tackle really well and do a really good job. And that comes down to, not so much an individual thing, but more of a unit thing. And, if we don't do that well, it could be a long night for us.
Overall, what's the message for your team and the game plan that you have set that you're willing to share before the game?
There's no real secret. We just got to play. Just come out and got to make plays, and you got to, we have a little motto: play this play. We're playing this play every time, no matter what. It's always been our motto, and that's it. No matter what happens, good, bad, or different, our kids just got to come out and play this play, and then when that's over, we move to the next play. So that's kind of been our message, and that's our message every week. We haven't changed our message just because of our opponent. We kind of stick to the same type of thing, and fundamentals win football games, and playing this play, and then when the time comes to make plays, you got to make plays. So that's kind of been our message all year, and the same message this week.
All right, Coach Beiser, before I wrap things up, I kind of wanted to ask you maybe about your opinion or perspective of the change that was made this year as a whole to the reclassification process for football. 4A is now only 16 teams. At the beginning of the year, we got everybody's opinion on it from the Eastern Panhandle coaches, but we haven't really got to hear from outside the area. And for the Eastern Panhandle, it didn't really affect us all that much because everybody still stayed in 4A from this area. But if you have a opinion that you're willing to share here about your thoughts on this whole situation.
Other than changing the number of teams in your classification, it didn't affect us because we're the largest, or one of the largest schools, and so it wasn't gonna change us. I really don't. They're going to tell me what they want, how many people are going to be in our classification. Obviously, I'd like to see more teams in there, but just the way it is right now, and that's the way that's the hand we're dealt, and that's what we got to play by those rules. So that's just kind of not really for or against or anything else. Just it is what it is, and that's what we're going to do.
All right, Coach Beiser, thank you for the time, and best of luck on Friday.
All right, thank you very much.
That was our coach's interview with Coach Sean Beiser of Morgantown, which is brought to you by Parsons Ford at Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is John Hardy. I'm asking for your support to elect me as Berkeley County Commissioner. I have had the privilege to serve in the West Virginia Legislature for the past 6 years and will use my experience to serve Berkeley County better. I will continue working at the state and county level to improve our local road systems, control residential growth, and remove inequitable local fees. John Hardy, lifelong resident, local businessman, effective leader, and proven fiscal conservative. Vote John Hardy for Berkeley County Commission on November 5th.
Paid for by candidate.
My kids. You know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years. We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents. We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are. Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We welcome you back here to Morgantown High School. Colin McLaughlin alongside me, Dylan Bishop here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. Senior night for Morgantown wrapping up here as I'm getting wrapped up in Dylan's wires as well. Don't want to knock off your headset, Dylan. Sorry about that. Let's put those up here instead of underneath my feet as we now focus in on the undefeated Martinsburg Bulldogs, 6-0 so far. A fantastic win last week, as expected, against Musselman, a team that's having a very down year. But big win at a shortened second half. Final score 56-8. That touchdown for Musselman coming late in the game while the third string was out there.
Well, I think it goes to show you that a one-dimensional team is not going to fare very well against Martinsburg, a team in Musselman that obviously coming into the season had their personnel issues that led to them running the offense that they're running now. But it shows you that a team that's not really going to pass the ball is going to have a tough time. And it's kind of the same deal with Morgantown, although it's a different structure of the offense. It's not the single wing, but it's something, again, where Morgantown throws the ball very little from what we have, at least if I'm interpreting the stats we were given right, which I think I am. But A.J. Thomas seem like a very impressive running back on their side. Again, averaging over 6 yards per carry on the season with 7 touchdowns, returned to kickoff for a touchdown earlier this season against South Charleston. So I think he's going to be the guy that Martinsburg has to key in on. But in terms of the Morgantown defense, I think Martinsburg is probably going to be able to, as usual, run the ball very well with their offensive line, Coy Fagan, and whether it's Nick Buskey or Brian Dick at running back, it's their strength is the rushing offense, the rushing defense. Bridgeport, as mentioned before, was able to put up 425 rushing yards on Morgantown. Martinsburg, on the season, has 1,500 rushing yards in 6 games. And that's just the type of level that they're operating on. And throw in almost 1,300 passing yards as well, nearly 70% completion on them. So a team that's averaging over 10 yards a play, Colin.
Yeah, it's incredible, and it's as expected, though, for this team. And something I mentioned earlier about Morgantown, the fact that they had 4 turnovers last week in that 14-7 loss to Wheeling Park, was because I wanted to add this point. I know typically you're the one doing the keys to the game, but my key to the game here tonight for the Martinsburg defense is to force those turnovers, because they do an incredible job at that. So far, they've had 15 turnovers forced, 6 of them interceptions, and 9 of them fumbles, and I believe out of those 6 interceptions, 2 of them being pick sixes. So if you can force those turnovers tonight and feast on that here against the Mohigans,
Yeah, on average, 2.5 takeaways a game. So if they do that tonight, I think they should cruise to a victory, because I don't think you can afford to give away any possessions against Martinsburg.
So we're now stepping aside, taking another break on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of that break, you'll hear from Martinsburg head coach Dave Walker, as well as 2 Bulldog players this week, kicker Sam Collins, and then wide receiver and safety R.J. Brown. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Did you know that anybody can have lunch at Berkeley Senior Center? Hello, this is Amy Orndorff, Executive Director at Berkeley Senior Services. We serve a healthy, nutritious, and delicious lunch 5 days a week at 217 North High Street in Martinsburg. For seniors age 60 and up, the charge is by donation only, and for those under 60, it's just $7.25. And while you're here for lunch, take a look at all of our great programs and activities. Find out more, including our daily menu, at berkeleyseniorservices.org or by calling 263-8873. We look forward to serving you.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at whmsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Drive More Days is back at Carter Myers Automotive, and this year we'll keep you rolling with a $1,000 gas card. Visit any of our locations to take a test drive, and we'll enter you into a drawing to win a $1,000 gas card. With that kind of money, fill up at the pump for the rest of the year, completely on us. Stop in during Drive More Days for your chance to win a $1,000 gas card. Only at Carter Myers Automotive. Owners just care more.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. I'm now joined by Martinsburg head coach Dave Walker, as well as the juice man Sharif Williams. Big win against Musselman last week. Juice, how'd it feel?
Oh man, I was expecting a blowout, but we kind of, JV guys kind of, that's all right though. But we got a big one this one, 7-0.
Bringing the juice to Morgantown?
Heck yeah.
Good to hear, Coach. Let's get your thoughts about last week's game.
I thought we were pretty solid in all 3 phases. Obviously we were, a better team, so I thought we did what we were supposed to do, come out and just took care of business and played hard and got it over with as quick as we could.
You mentioned that there in the second half, it being shortened 8-minute quarters with the running clock. How much does that really change, knowing that it's going to be limited possessions, maybe trying to get different guys in for still their moment to shine?
It makes it tough. We'd like to be able to get those young guys a lot of playing time. Normally if we're up on a team, our goal is always, play the ones, maybe one series, then let the JV guys finish it out. But anytime you have a shortened quarters and running clock, it goes by pretty fast. It's hard to get everybody in the game.
What were some things that really stood out to you in last week's game, or what are some things that you're still wanting to improve on?
I thought we were just solid all the way around. I thought our kicking game was pretty good. I thought offensively and defensively up front we played well. Obviously our regular guys, made plays like they always do. But Coy threw the ball well. Things we can improve on. We're still making some mental mistakes here and there. Penalties here and there we need to clean up. But overall, you have a lopsided victory. You got to be pretty pleased.
You mentioned kicking, and later on in the pregame show, you'll hear from Sam Collins, one of your guys' two kickers. How much is that really driven into this team about that third aspect of the game that not always really is paid attention to potentially in other areas?
Well, I mean, we spend a lot of time on it, and Sam is really a weapon. I mean, his kickoffs, and the majority of them are in the end zone, if not in the end zone, inside the 5, and our coverage has been really good. So, teams having to start on a 20 or inside a 20 makes it tough for them. And so, our kicking game has been really good for us so far this year.
This week, you guys get a road test to Morgantown. What's your first thoughts about this week's matchup?
We prepared like we do every week. I think one thing that stands out on them, their size up front. It is a concern. I think they've got a really good football team coming off a tough loss last week. So I know those guys are going to be ready to play. So those are things that stand out. Other than that, it's another game we got to prepare the same way.
What is, I guess, the message or the game plan going in?
Try to score more points than they do. Try to do some things with the ball, and then defensively, we've got to try to make sure they can't play keep away.
Back to last week with it being senior night, you guys got a lot of the seniors involved as well. What are some things that you liked from, I guess, them that you don't always get to see in other games?
Well, it was good to get all those guys on the field. There's a couple guys on the team that never played before, and they come here to practice every day. You'd like to be able to, you'd love to be able to get them in the game all the time, but it just doesn't work out. So we were able to give those guys a couple reps here and there, so I was happy for those guys. But our senior group has been a tremendous class, and it's hopefully they'll have some postseason games here at home, but being their last regular season home game, I was glad that we were able to send them off with a victory.
This is the first road test for you guys in a span of 4. It's the second road game overall. How do you make sure, though, that week in, week out, knowing it's all road games, that they stay loose and prepared and in that business mindset?
Well, I think the caliber teams we're playing will fix that. I think our guys know we're playing tough. These last 4 games are against really good opponents, so I think they'll be prepared. And travel is really not so much an issue. I don't really look at it that way. So I think whoever you're playing determines your mindset on how you prepare.
Before we get to the fun question to wrap it up, I wanted to say congrats to you. I know the I believe Sports Writer Hall of Fame in the state was this past weekend. I believe you were in attendance for that, correct?
Yeah, Tex Williams, gentleman, longtime coach, is in charge of a sports museum there in the southern part of the state. So I was enshrined in it. So it was a great time. I was very honored and humbled, and I was just glad to be a part of it.
All right, fun question for the week. I don't know how fun it is. It's definitely a challenging one, I feel like. In your mind or in your opinion, what are the biggest strengths and weaknesses of being a football coach?
Well, I think the strengths would be, you love what you do. And I think any time that you're doing something that you enjoy, it's not really considered work or a job. And I enjoy coming here every day and being with these young men and the staff that we're together with. So for me, that's the positive or the reason you do it. I guess the weakness is you hope you do a good enough job so somebody don't take a hatchet to you or something, and or put a for sale sign in your yard. So we've been very blessed. We've had a lot of success here, and that's really attributed to the players that we've had here. We've had great players, and I've been blessed to work with some really good coaches as well.
All right, what is the greatest strengths and weaknesses for you, Juice, bringing the juice to the team?
Just like you said, bring the juice.
What's it take to bring the juice? How do you make sure that you're a strong juice man and not a weak juice man?
Energy.
All right, that's simple.
Man, a few words.
I like it. Definitely not on the sideline, though, for game days, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the time, guys. Appreciate it. That was our coaches' interviews brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV 10.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In 2024, more than 360,000 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer, but there's hope. Advancements in early detection methods and support continue to increase the chances of survival when caught in its earliest localized stages. The 5-year relative survival rate is 99%. WVU Madison Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center encourage women 40 and older to schedule a 3D mammogram at one of our local facilities today.
A DUI arrest can have a devastating impact on one's life, your job, your driver's license, and in some cases your very freedom. My name is Harley Wagner. I own and operate West Virginia's only exclusive DUI defense firm. Since 1999, I've been representing citizens throughout the Eastern Panhandle and state of West Virginia charged with DUI. Let my years of training and experience work for you.
The initial consultation is free at the Wagner Law Firm in Martinsburg. Phone 304-901-7400 or online at westvirginiaduilawyers.com.
The 38th West Virginia Breeders' Classic is Saturday, October 12th at the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Come out and enjoy 9 Breeders' Classic races. Post time is 7 p.m. There will be food trucks, live music, and more. A championship night of racing where champions meet challengers for year-end honors. It's the richest night of racing for West Virginia's thoroughbred industry. Visit www.wvbc.com.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our player interviews, brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them today at 304-263-4343 or stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. First joined by Sam Collins, senior kicker for this Martinsburg team. First kicker that I've ever got to interview, but I enjoy it. Kickers do matter. It's a very important skill to have, and you always want a good one on your team, and you definitely are. It seems like this year enjoying the season. Just tell us a little bit, I guess, about your mindset and your process going in, week out.
I mean, you just got to stay focused, you know. Get out here every day, 10-15 minutes before practice, get my kicks up, warm up, you know. Same thing going into the games. Just stay focused. The only thing you can worry about is the ball and you.
At least for me, I know it was tough really finding a coach trying to get used to kicking, especially. I know, same for you, you probably made the switch from soccer over to football, so it's a lot different. Who has definitely, I guess, been a good mentor for you to kind of learn this side of things?
Coach Lynch, actually. He got me into kicking. He got me to first try it, and then he helped me get through. He got me to go to some camps this past summer. It's just been uphill since he got me to first kick a football.
What was, I guess, maybe the toughest thing kind of learning it for you that now maybe comes a lot easier since it's all about repetition?
Yeah, definitely contact on the ball, because I grew up playing soccer in this round ball. A football is obviously a very different shape. It's just consistently getting that ball to pop up off the foot. It's just contact. That was the main difference from soccer to football.
So it's field goals, it's extra points, kickoffs as well, and you guys really like to do the short kicks, the onside kicks. I know you probably don't want to give away too many secrets, but on, I guess, the trickery side of things, what I guess is the bread and butter for you that you feel like really helps make it perfectly executed?
You just gotta, it's the follow through on the ball. It gets it to pop up real nice. It's the only way it works.
This week it's Morgantown, a road game for you guys. What are you excited about, I guess, for this week's game?
Just excited to get down there and play.
What are your goals, I guess, for the remainder of the year in the future? Are you looking football? You looking soccer?
It's looking more football. You know, I'm just obviously finish the season out strong, undefeated. get to that state championship game and win another one.
All right, Sam, thank you for the time. Appreciate it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
As I'm now joined here by R.J. Brown, senior wide receiver and safety for Martinsburg. R.J., been a fantastic season so far. What have you liked about it?
I like getting closer with other people. Obviously, a lot of new kids on the team this year. They're all like best friends almost. So it's been nice to meet a bunch of new people and just keep getting better as a player and as a teammate.
You mentioned kind of the chemistry and the friendship for everybody. Keeping the spirits high is always a big thing. It definitely helps, though, with the season going the way that it's been as well. But more so on that friendship side, how much does that chemistry really help you guys week in, week out?
It helps us a lot because, I think we can really get on each other a lot, and we can know, from a personal level to a teammate level, we can yell at each other and know that we're just being teammates and we're just helping each other out instead of just just being a butt to each other and everything. So it's really nice.
Last week, big win against Musselman, last home game of the season. It was senior night for you as well. How special of a moment was that?
It was real special. I mean, growing up, always watching my brothers. I have two older brothers came through the same program, always been on this field. So it was a really special moment to me to be able to play my senior night on this field in band and football. So it was a really beautiful night.
This week it's Morgantown. What are you excited for in this matchup?
I'm excited for the atmosphere. It's a cool stadium. You can't help but notice it. Just big atmosphere, big game, solid team. So I'm really excited to see how we perform.
What are your admirations, goals for the rest of the year?
I want to chip, man. I want to get another ring. I think we got it in us. I almost know we have it in us. We can do it. I believe in it.
All right. Thank you for the time. Best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There we go. That was our player interviews brought to you by the Mary's Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them today at 304-263-4343 or stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show after this. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Happy election season. The Berkeley County Republican Victory Center is located at Unit 143, Number 2, 115 Aiken Center in Martinsburg. We are open every Monday through Saturday from 1 p.m. until 7 p.m. through Election Day. We are closed on Sundays. We have candidate information and yard signs available. Our merchandise shop has something for everyone and for everyone's budget. We are gratefully accepting volunteers at Unit 143, Number 2, 115 Aiken Center in Martinsburg. Contact us by email at bcrvictorycenter@gmail.com. Don't forget the reason for the season and go vote.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. They got the golden chicken sandwich, the hot honey mango, and one with the 4 basic food groups: chicken, buffalo, bacon, and ranch. Righteous!
Rox Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. I'm getting the golden chicken sandwich or the buffalo bacon ranch. Hot honey mango for me. Dude, you don't have any eyebrows.
Rox Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
To Pony Lewis Field at Morgantown High School, as we're only a few minutes away from kickoff between the Morgantown Mohigans and your undefeated Martinsburg Bulldogs. Let's now get today's starting lineups, brought to you by Bodwell Insurance Solutions, a local professional to help you with all of your Medicare needs. Visit them at bodwellinsurancesolutions.com or call 304-283-0864. First for Morgantown, a team 4-2 overall, number 5 in the playoff ratings. Defensively, you have at defensive end number 55, Akir Johnson. At number 58, defensive tackle Zavon Shipman. Number 62, Chase Travis, also a defensive tackle. And at defensive end, it is number 85, Brady Savage. Your linebackers, number 22, Reese Wells. Number 7, Remy Hawkins. And number 5, Zayden Lockett. Corners, it's number 4, Kelton Blunt, and number 13, Jaden Smalls. Free safeties, number 2, A.J. Thomas. Strong safety, number 14, Carter Cooper. Offense, up front, number 75, Connor Mott is at left tackle. At left guard, it's number 55, Braden Parks. Center, it's number 69, Jacob Woodall. Right guard, it's number 70, Blake Buffington. At right tackle, it's number 50, Dylan Shinkovich. Running back, you have number 20, Carson Lawhun. Wingback, number 22, Reese Wells. Tailback, number 15, Isaiah Thompson. Wide receivers are number 14, Carter Cooper. Number 85, Brady Savage. At quarterback, it's number 8, Alex Himes. Now for the Martinsburg Bulldogs defensively. The line goes number 15, Frankie Arias. Number 56, Xavier Pollard. Number 54, Peyton Kaufman. Linebackers, number 12, Ty Ricketts. Number 5, Nick Buskey. Number 9, Ace Flores. Number 10, Brian Dick. Corners are number 22, Mason Wally. And number 20, Kingston McDonald Gibson. Your safeties are number 31, Braden Miller. And number 3, Coy Fegan. Offensively at left tackle, it's number 54, Peyton Kaufman. Number 79, Brady Breeden. Number 63, Cade Marshall. Number 56, Xavier Pollards at right guard. At right tackle, it's number 58, Jordan Kovacs. Wide receivers are number 2, Boston Todd. Number 0, Kyrie Bunny. Number 4, Izzy Martinez. And number 31, Braden Miller. At running back, it's number 5, Nick Buskey. At quarterback, it's number 3, Coy Fegan. And that is your Bodwell Insurance Solutions starting lineups. Let's now get the keys to the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. As the Bulldogs take the field here in Morgantown. Dylan, keys to the game.
Well, Colin, on the Morgantown side, I'm going to say that they need to take care of the football. You kind of mentioned it as the key for Martinsburg to make sure that they take care of the football. I think Morgantown is going to need to get those extra possessions. They can keep Martinsburg off the board, try to make sure that they have as much time on the field for their offense as possible. And I could be a broken record for Martinsburg and say that the key is to limit the penalties, but I think that this game is, we go beside that. We know about that. We know that Martinsburg has the penalty issues. The one way that Jefferson was able to get to Martinsburg in that first half was time of possession. Can your defense get off the field? Don't let Morgantown go down the field, get those long churning drives that it can waste a lot of time on the clock. Just keeping Martinsburg's offense on the sideline is a win for you. They can't score points unless they, get a pick six, a fumble recovery of that nature, which, they've had a couple of this year, but keep the Martinsburg offense on the sideline, and that's a win for you.
Let's now get tonight's officials, which are brought to you by Panhandle Dumpsters. Sign up with Panhandle today at panhandledumpsters.com. Use promo code APPLE to get your first month free. Referee is Butch Minkmeyer. Umpire is Bruce Dunn. Line judge is Mike Clyde. Head linesman is Mark Kerwood. Side judge is Rusty Vermillion. And the field judge is John Prezelinski. We'll now step aside, take our final break here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of that break, we'll have kickoff between your Morgantown Mohigans and your Martinsburg Bulldogs. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
A DUI arrest can have a devastating impact on one's life, your job, your driver's license, and in some cases your very freedom. My name is Harley Wagner. I own and operate West Virginia's only exclusive DUI defense firm. Since 1999, I've been representing citizens throughout the Eastern Panhandle and state of West Virginia charged with DUI. Let my years of training and experience work for you.
The initial consultation is free at the Wagner Law Firm in Martinsburg. Phone 304-901-7400 or online at westvirginiaduilawyers.com.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
And that concludes today's pregame show.
We play every play like it's the most important play of the game.
Who let the dogs out? Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening kick, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school football. Today's game is being brought to you by
Orsini's Home Store, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, The Palace Lounge, CMA Honda, the Berkeley County Health Department, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, CMA Chrysler Dodge, WVU East, the law firm of Burke Schultz Harmon and Jenkinson, RAI Properties, Parsons Ford, Rocks, John Hardy, Gary Kelly Allstate, and Panhandle Dumpsters.
And now, let's go back to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back here to Morgantown High School as we are ready for opening kickoff between your Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Morgantown Mohigans. Opening kickoff brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. I'm Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Our cameramen are Marcus Jordan as well as Kenny May. And back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. You'll hear from him at halftime and post-game with some scores from around the state, as Morgantown will kick off to Martinsburg to begin tonight's contest. Back to return for Martinsburg is Boston Todd as well as Mason Wally. It's kicking off for Morgantown is Aiden Steyer. Steyer puts the ball down on the tee, and he'll slowly make his steps back as Morgantown in the all-blue uniforms with white helmets and white socks. Martinsburg in the all-white uniforms with the black helmets tonight. Steyer's kick is up, and we are underway as it's a roller to Boston Todd. He gets it at the 10-yard line. Now runs to the far side, has some blocks, splits the gap, goes up the middle. Todd off to the races at the 50, at the 40, coming to the near side goes Todd. 30, 20, 15, 10, and he's finally pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. But what a start for Martinsburg as Boston Todd goes about 80 yards on the return to make it first and goal, as they say he stepped out right at the 10. Great way to start here. Haven't had that yet this year.
No, he got a heck of a block from Mason Wally, his fellow upman for the return, to break that open. Great blocking from the rest of the team as well on the return.
Yeah,
team.
Jeremiah White was a lead blocker too, tried to prevent that final guy to get to Todd, but Todd was a little bit too quick for White to stay in front, as now first and goal at the 10. Martinsburg missing its center. Out of everybody out there, the center, Cade Marshall, forgot to go. So we got 3 seconds left on the play clock, man in motion, and a flag comes out on the play as we're going to get a false start. Now we Martinsburg. So potentially that might be the only penalty. Not sure. It looks like that was the only penalty, so it stays at the 10-yard line. Fegan shotgun formation, Buskey to his right, two receivers to each side, one behind the other. Marshall snaps it back to Fegan. Fegan keeps it himself, goes to the right side, loses the ball. It's on the ground, waiting to see who has it, and Morgantown does. So the first play from scrimmage for Martinsburg is a Coy Fegan fumble. Morgantown gets the ball, and that stuns Martinsburg here early.
I think Coy was just a little careless with the ball. He started to run to the outside and kind of tried to power through tackles like he's able to do sometimes. And I think the ball just kind of got away from his chest, and it was ripped away.
So Morgantown now right in front of the end zone. Still got a ways to go to get to the end zone they need to get to.
It's only their 7th turnover of the year.
Alex Himes under center. He's going to hand it off to his running back, A.J. Thomas. And Thomas able to get to the 10-yard line, so about a 2 or 3 yard run to bring up 2nd down.
The Maryland eye to open things up. We were talking about spread run. That's what I saw from some of their film against Buchanan Upshur. But, hey, you got to play Martinsburg different than you play other teams. You know, adjust your game plan according to who you're playing.
2nd down and 8, ball at that 9.5 yard line, and we're going to get a timeout taken, called by Morgantown. We'll take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. Back in 1 minute.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
My roots run deep in Berkeley County. As a father, grandfather, and as your sheriff, it has never been more important to have a leader with the connections to properly address
15.
issues that come with a rapid growth.
Back here now at Morgantown. One play came in early before we got back. It was a run to the far side, a gain of about 3 to make it 3rd down and 4.
There's a bit more of the spread run we were looking for or expecting. Some jet motion, a lot of inverted veer, power read, however you want to put it.
Yeah, that was.
Now they come out in the flex bone. This is what I was.
Reese Wells on that last carry, by the way, is Himes hands it off to Thomas, and he's driven back for a loss by Peyton Kaufman. A loss of about 1 or 2 on the play will bring up 4th down. So Martinsburg, after turning the ball over, forces Morgantown to go 3 and out, and on comes the punt team.
All right, so Morgantown likes to give a lot of different looks. They come out in the Maryland eye, shotgun, spread formation, and then the flex bone.
Steyer. Punt is away, and it's a booming kick over Miller, who bobbles it at the 50. Now picks it up. Miller has it, trying to switch fields at the 50, but he's going to be brought down. In to make the tackle was Carter Cooper. So Martinsburg gets the ball at the 50. Come out for its second drive here with 9:42 remaining in the first. We're scoreless.
All right, well, it's only the second play, really, for the offense. First one didn't go so well, but you're in your red zone sort of package, or play calling at the very least. So now you can start with your normal opening script.
Coy Fegan alone in the backfield. You got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side's Kyrie Bunny Buskey, an extra blocker on the right side of the line as Fegan gets the snap, rolls to his right. It was a bubble screen to Boston Todd, and he overthrew him as it goes into the near sideline. Incomplete to bring up 2nd and 10.
I liked what they were going for there. It was just a bit of an off-target throw from Coy. They line up, give you the look as if they're going for QB run, but they have a bubble screen out on the same side that he can throw to as an RPO, run-pass option. Just got to make a better throw.
So the receivers on the near side, Durding, Todd, Miller. The one on the far side, Stills, Bunny. Same formation as last play. Fegan alone in the backfield. Gets the snap. Looks to the near side. This time it's a screen pass caught by Dirting. Dirting tries to cut upfield, and we have our first penalty of the night at the 45, and it's a holding penalty against Martinsburg.
Well, it was a nice attempt at a tunnel screen, but just got to hold your blocks without holding, if that makes any sense.
So it'll still be second down as the penalty is accepted, and it just goes right back to the 50-yard line, just to the right side of that line. So make it the 49.5 if you want to be exact.
It's second and 11, pretty much. Yep.
Two receivers to each side as Fagan fakes a throw to the left and now goes right up the middle, gets to the 40, very close to a first down. It looks like, though, they say he was tackled about half a yard short to make it 3rd and inches for the Bulldogs.
Buskey went out kind of like he was going to run a swing pattern out of the backfield. Just a nice pump fake from Coy before the QB draw. Nice pickup.
So 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right is Bunny. Fagan takes a snap, hands it off to Buskey. Buskey breaks through 1 tackle, but again, it does not look like Martinsburg was able to get the first down. A huge stop again for Morgantown. The linebackers getting there for him. Chase Travis finally the one to kind of stop the progress of Buskey. So no yards gained. Make it 4th and 1 at the 40.
Going for it.
Fagan gets a snap. Whistles blow, though, as the play was occurring. And we have a flag thrown.
Sideline warning from Morgantown, looks like.
Yep, so now both sides have a sideline warning. This is a tough place, I feel like, not to get those. The sidelines very, very narrow.
It is, yeah.
So 4th and 1 at the 40. Ball at the right hash mark. 2 receivers each side of Fagan in shotgun formation. Buskey in the right side sidecar. And they get Morgantown to jump early on the hard count, because they were sending the linebackers in, expecting the run to try to blitz. So
I'm not even sure if Coy actually gave a hard count there. I think you had number 22 on the outside. Yeah. Just Reese Wells just he tried to time the snap and timed it wrong.
You're correct. That is Wells. So 1st and 10 now at the 35 as Fagan tries to go up the middle, but runs in the back of Peyton Kaufman. That knocks him backwards. So only about a yard gained on the quarterback keeper for Coy to make it 2nd and 9. He would have had space, but if it wasn't for Kaufman.
It pulled the tackle, and he was too fast. He was too fast for his own lineman, basically.
We got 7:40 left here in the first. Still scoreless between Morgantown and Martinsburg. 2 receivers to each side for Fagan. Buskey to his left. Marshall snaps back to Fagan, who drops back, looking to pass downfield. Steps up, fires a pass for Bunny. Bunny catches it, falls into the end zone. Touchdown, Martinsburg. 7:25 to go now in the first, and Martinsburg takes a 6-0 lead against Morgantown.
Looked like a bit of a double post. Had the slot receiver running, maybe more of a crossing route than a true post, but Bunny on the outside runs the post, and he just burns his man. There's no one help over the top. No deep middle safety. And great catch by him. Go up high for it and bring it down.
So Page on to attempt the extra point. Snaps back. Faggins holds down. The kick is up. A little bit low, but good. Making it 7-0 Martinsburg. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
We welcome you back. Martinsburg now leads Morgantown 7-0 as Sam Collins on to kick off here for Martinsburg. As Collins sends a booming end-over-end kick that's going to be caught and bobbled at the 5-yard line, but picked up now and off to the races on the far side. It's the return man, but he's tripped up at the 30-yard line and brought down as that's A.J. Thomas on the return, giving Morgantown some good field position. Let's now get our scoring drive summary, brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commission. Vote John Hardy on November 5th.
It's a 5-play drive from Martinsburg, going 50 yards for the touchdown. 33-yard touchdown pass from Coy Fagan to Kyrie Bunny.
1st and 10 for Morgantown at its 34-yard line after that A.J. Thomas return. Thomas to his right as Himes in shotgun formation. They send a man in motion, but they fake the jet sweep, try to go to Thomas, and Martinsburg was ready for it. Thomas loses a yard on the run to make it 2nd and 11.
It's pretty fascinating Morgantown offense where they're running basically it looks like so far at least, showing bits and pieces of every type of run-heavy offense that there is. Not quite the single wing there, but something similar. They've shown a flex bone look and the Maryland eye.
Got 2 receivers near side for Himes now in shotgun formation. Thomas to his left. Himes drops back the pass, rolls to the near side, throws a pass on a comebacker, and it's caught on the near side by Carter Cooper. Are they going to say it hit the ground as
they're giving it to him?
Kovacs of Martinsburg trying to say it did, but the officials give the catch for Carter Cooper, the junior, and he's down just a yard shy of the first down at the 44-yard line. Has to get to the 45. No, it actually looks like they say he got it.
Okay.
At first it didn't look like it, but now they're moving those chains, so first down, Morgantown. Interesting, because where that marker is on the far side was a yard short as Himes drops back the pass, chucks a deep ball for Cooper. He has a man wide open, but it was underthrown, so that kind of stops Cooper, but he still makes the catch. But if that was in stride, that would have been an easy touchdown as Cooper burned Wally, and Wally now does not look good. That's not good. Wally goes down, and he needs help.
I think he kind of got caught underneath of Cooper as he was making the tackle. It was a great play from Morgantown off the play action.
So we'll step aside, take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10, back in 30 seconds.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here as Morgan Wally now up on his feet, coming into the near sideline. The injured Bulldog after that big catch for Carter Cooper. Morgantown in the red zone with a 1st and 10 at Martinsburg's 18-yard line. 2 receivers to the near side as it's a jet sweep to Reese Wells to the near side. Flag thrown as Wells is brought down by Fagan as well as Buskey, as that's a holding against Morgantown, so that negates the jet sweep and backs up the Mohigans. It's the penalty accepted.
And those type of penalties hurt even more in a run-heavy offense because more often than not, you're more likely to get an explosive play through the air than on the ground, generally speaking. So it's hard to work from behind the chains like that. So it becomes even more important for a team like Morgantown to not commit these types of penalties. But we just saw them get an explosive play through the air.
So still first down. Ball now at the 28-yard line. 5:35 left here in the first. Clock winding down as Martinsburg sends a blitz. Himes steps up, floats a pass near side as Cooper was wide open, but he couldn't find the ball. Kingston, McDonald, Gibson got burnt, but the ball was just overthrown and Cooper could not track it down.
Yeah, he just kind of got lost on the rollout. Cooper with a kind of a double move, just getting himself open, but yeah, the throw just lofted a little too much and out of reach.
These corners having a tough job of guarding the junior Carter Cooper so far. It's second and long now as they go in that I formation. Himes hands it off. Powers forward, and that's going to be a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards at the 24-yard line. Brought down was A.J. Thomas on the carry. So still a third and long now from Morgantown.
They've been able to get some of it back, but not nearly enough.
Morgantown breaks the huddle. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Again under center is Himes. They go back to another run for A.J. Thomas, and Ace Flores is there to bring him down from behind. Quick off the edge. No yards gained on the play. So that'll bring up a 4th and long, and at the 24-yard line on comes the field goal unit for the senior Aiden Steyer,
about a 41-yarder.
WVU.
Yep.
Steyer out to attempt this 42-yarder. Snaps low, but the hold is up. Kick no good, though, from Steyer to the near side. He pushed it wide left. So the score remains Martinsburg 7, Morgantown nothing.
All right, you held them. Bend don't break. You give up the big play, but nothing comes of it. It's just really hard to run the ball up the middle on Martinsburg. You pull a guard, pull a tackle. It still makes it hard.
So 1st and 10 now for Martinsburg at its 20-yard line. Fegan, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. Buskey at running back to his right. Marshall snaps it back to Fegan. Read option. He keeps it himself, and now on the near side tries to go behind the block of Brady Breeden before cutting inside and will be tackled at the 29-yard line. So that makes it 2nd and 1 for Martinsburg with 3:45 remaining in the first quarter.
They've done a solid job so far mixing up the looks in the run game, whether it's a draw, some sort of RPO action off of it, if they pull the guard, if they pull the tackle, they're mixing it up.
2 receivers to each side again for Fegan. This time Buskey to his left. Hand off to Buskey from Fegan, and he has no hole, but somehow just fights forward on that right side of the line and picks up the first down by a yard as he gets to the 31.
The offensive line didn't really open up much of a hole, but they just pushed the defensive line back enough that Buskey, while he was waiting for a hole to open up, was able to just go forward 2 yards.
That's a good thing to have, and Buskey has it. Patience. 1st and 10 at the 31. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right is Bunny. Fegan takes the snap again. Steps up in the pocket. And no sack as he gained yards. I was about to say that might be the first sack of the season. But no, they got him
can say he got forward for a yard, I think.
Just forward for a yard as he stepped up in the pocket and realized it was collapsing. This Morgantown line, a big one. Given Martinsburg's line a little bit of fits here in the first. 2:25 left in the quarter. 2 receivers to each side for Coy. Buskey to his left. Reagan takes snap, drops back to pass. Looks for Miller on a slant. Catches it in the middle of the field and then immediately is wrapped up and tackled, as in on the tackle was Blunt. That makes it a 3rd down and 4, ball at the 37-yard line.
It's a nice, solid intermediate pass over the middle. Nice read by Coy. Make the throw.
2 receivers to each side. Begging shotgun formation. Buskey to his right. Marshall does not snap the ball back as Fegan tried to go with that hard count again. 5 seconds left on the play clock. A minute and a half or so left on the game clock. Fegan finally gets a snap, hands it off to Buskey. Buskey again, though, goes nowhere as he tried to cut outside, and great job setting the edge that time was Chase Travis and company for Morgantown, so no yards gained on the run makes it 4th down and 4.
Buskey hasn't really been able to find the hole so far. 3 carries for just 2 yards. 2 of them have been stood up at the line of scrimmage. It was a nice job by Zayden Lockett coming in on that one.
Martinsburg keeps the offense out here for this 4th down. Fegan alone in the backfield.
It's Buskey, pooch punt.
Buskey, you're correct. He pooch punts it, rolls at the 30, gets to the 21-yard line, and at the 20 now it'll stop dead, stopping the clock with 46 seconds left in the first. Morgantown's offense will come out, trailing Martinsburg 7-0. First quarter is brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater, networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call them at 304-350-1931 or visit WHMsystems.com, as well as Hagerstown Ford. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. 1st and 10 at the 20. Himes, shotgun formation. They hand it off to Wells, who is in motion and now off to the races on the far sideline, but catching him is Coy Fegan as he's brought down at the 34-yard line. So big play there as Reese Wells uses his speed, as he did not play last week. He's having a big first quarter, though, for the Mohigans, who are going hurry up here, trying to catch Martinsburg with a sub. Himes again. Man in motion, and it's Wells again. Flag thrown on the near side, though, and by the reaction below us, it sounds like a potential holding penalty here with 31 seconds left, and it is.
Boy, to call the play right back to Wells right after he runs for 46 yards is kind of wild. Give the man a break. He's coming off the play. He's coming off the field for this next one. But, man, yeah, that was a nice play drawn up again from Morgantown. You running a lot of that jet motion. This time they do hand it off, but I think 9 times out of 10, Morgantown runs that for a touchdown. Coy Fegan chased that man down.
By the way, I didn't realize it until just now. That's actually the freshman Maddox Twig out there at quarterback instead of Alex Himes. So Twig gets the snap, keeps it himself, tries to go up, and met by Ty Ricketts at the 41-yard line. So that makes it 2nd and still long after that last holding penalty, and it should be the final play of quarter number 1 as the clock hits 0. Score, Martinsburg 7, Morgantown nothing. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
My roots run deep in Berkeley County. As a father, grandfather, and as your sheriff, it has never been more important to have a leader with the connections to properly address the issues that come with the rapid growth of this county. Whether it's working some of the largest profile cases in our area throughout my 35-year law enforcement career, coaching Little League Baseball, or leading our church security team, Mary Beth and I are determined to make Berkeley County safe for our children and your children.
Paid for by candidate.
Drive More Days is back at Carter Myers Automotive.
And this year, we'll keep you rolling with a $1,000 gas card. Visit any of our locations to take a test drive, and we'll enter you into a drawing to win a $1,000 gas card. With that kind of money, fill up at the pump for the rest of the year, completely on us. Stop in during Drive More Days for your chance to win a $1,000 gas card. Only at Carter Myers Automotive. Owners just care more.
We welcome you back here as we begin the second quarter. 7-0, Martinsburg leads Morgantown. Morgantown with the ball, second and long at the 41-yard line as Maddox Twig still in at quarterback. Two receivers to his left, one to his right. Tight end lined up on the right side of the line as well. Running back to the left is Thomas. It's a screen pass from Twig, caught on the far side by the receiver. I believe that was Lockett. And he tries to spin through, go upfield on that far side before being pushed out of bounds. Waiting to see where they say he was pushed out.
37, gain of 4.
Thank you, Dylan. So that makes it about a 3rd and 13 or so for Morgantown. Twig, the freshman here against Martinsburg with this 3rd and long. Go with two receivers lined up, one behind the other on that left side, right in between the numbers and the sideline. One here on the near side. Twig gets the snap, now runs to his right, and not a good idea for the freshman, but he's able to slip through 2 tackles, but still.
Got back to the line of scrimmage.
No yards gained as Buskey was chasing him down. He broke through that. Miller tried to trip him up, broke through that, and I believe it was finally bringing him down for Martinsburg lineman Xavier Pollard.
Oh, yeah. It was Buskey.
4th down and 13. Was it Buskey getting him a second time?
I was going to say it was Buskey that really burst through immediately and kind of not necessarily blew up the play, but made it to where Twig was not going to have anywhere to go. Got his hand on him in the backfield, but nice job to get it back to the line of scrimmage at the very least.
So 4th and long, it looks like Morgantown just going to let the play clock hit 0 for a delay of game to give some more space here for its punt team. As there is 10:28 left in this second quarter. It's Martinsburg 7 and Morgantown nothing. So penalty is accepted by Martinsburg. Coach Dave Walker. So the ball now at the 42-yard line, which gives Aiden Steyer more space to try to pin Martinsburg back and not hit it into the end zone for a touchback. So quickly, though, Martinsburg brings out the punt team. They were ready potentially for Morgantown to go for it. Back to return is Miller. Is Morgantown struggling to get into position. Snaps back. Steyer gets the punt away. It's low and will roll to Miller, who gets it at the 6. And now trying to find space does Miller, and is just stuffed at that 15-yard line. And that's where the Martinsburg offense will come back out for 1st and 10.
Well, we'll see what they can do. It was... the Morgantown defense has been impressive so far. The Mohigans have done a better job than most at containing the run.
10:18 left here in this second quarter. Coy Fegan will have Brian Dick in at running back to his left now, as two receivers are to each side of the formation as well for the Bulldogs.
I thought that Buskey's first few carries, he was a little too patient, you could say.
He now moves Dick to the right as Fegan gets the snap, pitches it to Dick, and Dick on the speed option has space on the outside. Great blocks by his receivers as well, as in the numbers he goes at the 23-yard line he's brought down. So gain of 8 will make it 2nd down and 2.
I like them getting outside the numbers. They're trying to mix up the inside-outside run. I think that's just a pitch the whole way with that one. And nice run by Dick.
Wonder if that maybe sets up a trick play for later, as Brian Dick also a quarterback. We'll have to wait and see. 3 receivers now to the near side, one to the far side being Bunny all alone. Fegan has Dick to his left, gets the snap, Read option. Fegan keeps it, goes up the middle, and is tripped up, but still gets an extra few yards as he stumbles forward to the 35-yard line for a first down, Martinsburg.
So that's more like it when it comes to what Martinsburg wants to do in the run game. The hole opens up that time. Coy gets an explosive play.
Injury timeout for a Mohegan. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I'm Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare and life insurance agency. We are here to help you navigate the Medicare maze. We represent all of the major carriers, and you do not pay any more to go through us than if you go directly through a carrier. But if you go through us, you have a local professional to help you with all your Medicare needs, not a voice that could be in some other part of the world. Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare agency, BodwellInsuranceSolutions.com or 304-283-0864.
We welcome you back here as the injured Morgantown Mohegan was Reese Wells, and he is up, walking under his own power to that far sideline. The timeout's brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-250-3551. First and 10 for Martinsburg at its 35-yard line. They lead Morgantown by a score of 7-0 here in the second quarter with 9:20 left on the clock. Two receivers to the right, one to the left for Fegan. Fegan takes the snap, drops back the pass, looking deep for Bunny, but didn't have him. So underneath Bunny is Braden Miller on the near side, catching it at the 50, runs forward to the 46-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. But another first down for Martinsburg.
It's another crossing route. This time it's open instead of the deep post over top. And Braden Miller makes a nice catch. Nice throw by Fegan as well.
So now they're on the Morgantown side of the field. Three receivers to the right again. One to the near side is Bunny. Fegan motions Brian Dick over to his right side. Fegan gets the snap, hands it off to Dick. Dick tries to go right up the middle, but again, these linebackers of Morgantown are ready for the run as busting through as Mason Haney, as Dick only able to get a yard on the run to make it 2nd and 9 now at the 45-yard line.
I think they made the switch to Brian Dick to try to maybe get a little more decisiveness out of the runs up the middle, but that one shows right there that maybe that Buskey wasn't the problem. Maybe this is just a problem to deal with on the other side with the front seven of the Mohigans.
Yeah, they're stacking that box. Two receivers to each side now for Fegan. Dick to his left as Fegan gets the snap. Quarterback keeper as he follows the block of Dick. Here in the A-gap on the near side, and will be tackled at the 41-yard line to make it a 3rd down.
The linebackers, outside linebackers, they have them listed as linebackers at least, but they're playing a lot outside because of the 4 wide receiver sets for Martinsburg. Reese Wells and Zayden Lockett. Very athletic, especially Lockett, to have some size, bring into the run game and cover on the outside.
3rd and 5, twins to each side. Fegan, shotgun formation, Dick to his right. Fegan looks to the far side and is hit from behind and loses the ball. What a hit. Might be our collision of the game already by Zayden Lockett on the blind side, just drilled Fegan, who loses it. The fumble is recovered by Morgantown at the 41-yard line, the 2nd turnover of the half for the Bulldogs.
Zayden Lockett has been incredible in that sort of slot linebacker safety hybrid that they've been using him in a lot. He had a nice play in the run game earlier. This time they bring him on the slot blitz from that nickel, and he just completely blindsided Coy Fegan. He never saw him coming. The offensive line didn't either.
Untouched on the near side. It's now 1st and 10 at the 41 for Morgantown. Maddox, twig and shotgun formation. Play action pass, dropping back. The pass steps up, throws it deep as a man open, and again it's Carter Cooper in stride, running to the near side. Is tackled. Is he in? No, he is. Touchdown, Morgantown. 7:03 left here in the second. It is now Martinsburg 7, Morgantown 6, as the deep shot is working for the Mohigans tonight. does Martinsburg have a corner that can compete with Carter Cooper? So far, the answer is no.
Hey, that's absolutely right, Colin. And the throw down the field was great. This is a team that has been doing a great job of setting up the pass with the run. The play-action game for them has been incredible at producing explosive plays.
Steyer on to attempt the extra point as they made it originally look like they were going to go for 2. The snap and kick is up and good. We're tied at 7. We'll step aside now and take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. They got the golden chicken sandwich, the hot honey mango, and one with the 4 basic food groups: chicken, buffalo, bacon, and ranch.
Righteous!
Rock's Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
Rox has 3 new chicken sandwiches for $4.99. I'm getting the golden chicken sandwich or the buffalo bacon ranch.
Hot honey mango for me.
Dude, you don't have any eyebrows.
Rock's Local Market. 3 new chicken sandwiches, just $4.99.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In 2024, more than 360,000 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer, but there's hope. Advancements in early detection methods and support continue to increase the chances of survival when caught in its earliest localized stages. The 5-year relative survival rate is 99%. WVU Madison Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center encourage women 40 and older to schedule a 3D mammogram at one of our local facilities today.
We welcome you back here. 7-all now between Morgantown and Martinsburg. As on to kick off is Aiden Steyer. Back to return, Todd and Fegan. The kick will go right into the end zone and out of the back for a touchback. Let's get our scoring drive summary brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commissioner.
Well, one play, 54 yards. Maddox throwing it down the field to Carter Cooper for the touchdown. Tie this up at 7. I said in a game earlier this year that if there was a weak point on Martinsburg, the defense specifically, but maybe the team as a whole, it was the corners. But there hasn't really been a team that's been able to take advantage of it yet. Morgantown so far has been able to. Carter Cooper.
We'll see if they try to bring Coy Fegan over to double-team Cooper here at some point. As 1st and 10 at the 20. Man in motion's Todd on the jet sweep from left to right as Todd tries to follow the blockers. Gains about 2 yards on that far side to the 22 and then is pushed out of bounds to make it 2nd and 8. Second now and 8, 6:45 left here in this second quarter. Clock winding down. Buskey back in at running back for Martinsburg.
All right, the Bulldogs, what's your response to that big play from the Mohigans?
2 receivers to each side for Fegan. Fegan gets the snap, drops back the pass, looks to the near side. It's a screen pass caught by Kyrie Bunny. He has space on the near side, working to that sideline, and is pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line, and that's enough for a Martinsburg first down. Actually, it looks like they say he stepped down at the 33, so I was a yard ahead of myself, but either way, move those chains.
See, Martinsburg's trying to work the sidelines now. Kind of try to get Morgantown spread out a little more so they can't clog the box, so they can open things up for the inside run later.
They're still bringing the pressure from the inside, though, it appears, as Fegan now drops back the pass, steps up, floats it deep for Kyrie Bunny. He has a man, and he catches it, slips through the tackle, and Bunny's going into the end zone. We can do the deep ball, too, says the Bulldogs. Touchdown with 6:10 left here in the second. Martinsburg gets the lead right back at 13-7 here in Morgantown.
Ooh, it's looking like a Big 12 game, Colin. I wasn't expecting that.
That's tomorrow.
That's right. Looking like we get a Riot Bowl preview. Maybe not this year's Riot Bowl. Maybe another year. But, man, the deep ball for both teams has been really hitting. Wow.
Kyrie Bunny caught it at around the 30, 25-yard line, breaks through the tackle, and just had green turf ahead of him as the extra point kick by Collins is up and good to make it 14-7. Step aside, take a 30-second break. Only make it a 30. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Welcome back to Golden Asian Buffet. I'm Ryan, and I'm so excited to show you our massive buffet with over 150 incredible fresh items. Food lovers, you're going to love this buffet with over 150 items with everything from appetizers all the way down to desserts. This buffet is massive. For family, friends, and foodies alike, you are going to love this place. Appetizers all the way down to desserts, meats, seafoods, and much, much more. Come on down here to Golden Asian Buffet and check out their incredible buffet.
We welcome you back here. Martinsburg has the lead now, 14-7 against Morgantown. Here at Pony Lewis Field with 6:10 left in the half. As Cody Page will kick things off for the Bulldogs. And he's usually the one that you see with those trick kicks, the onsides, the pooch kicks. So we'll see if he goes with that or not.
I could see it here, yeah.
He's lined up at the far hash marks. Sends a high end-over-end kick to the near side. That's going to be fair, caught and bobbled. It rolls on the ground. Martinsburg has it. Martinsburg has it. It was a fair catch attempt by Isaiah Thompson, and he just couldn't haul it in.
That's what you're looking for. You're looking for either somebody's going to let the ball drop because they're not used to being the one to catch it on the kickoff, or they're going to either let it drop, try to let somebody else get it, or they're going to maybe bobble the catch.
First and 10, Martinsburg at the 35-yard line. We'll get the scoring drive summary when we can, and it looks like we can now as the whistles blow and a timeout taken by Morgantown. So scoring drive summary time. Brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commissioner. I accidentally knocked that away from you, Dylan. I'm sorry. Dropped the pencil, and I tried to catch it and just swatted it away. Fumble.
Well, listen.
We're muffing things up here. Morgantown's muffing things down there.
Well, listen. I got to hold on to the football. You know, I got to hold on to the Ticonderoga over here. 3 plays, 80 yards. Martinsburg goes 66-yard touchdown pass from Coy Fagan to Kyrie Bunny as both teams are just throwing the ball over the top.
Second quarter is brought to you by Brown Funeral Home and Cremation, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned full-service funeral home, proudly serving the area since 1880, as well as Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. So here in the first half, Martinsburg's turned the ball over twice. That's the first one for Morgantown. First and 10, again, Morgantown's 35-yard line. After a great kickoff there by Cody Page, that Thompson tried to fair catch and just couldn't haul it in. 2 receivers to each side out of the timeout. Morgantown has 1 remaining. Fagan, shotgun formation. Fakes the screen pass on the far side, and here goes Fagan up the middle, has the first down and then some as he's wrapped up and brought down at the 22-yard line, so a gain of 13, first down Martinsburg.
That play can be just so powerful for Martinsburg as a Mohigans defender goes
We have
down.
an injured Morgantown Mohegan. That's Kelton Blunt down, and during that last drive I saw him a little bit shaken up as well when we had the first injury timeout for it was Reese Wells. This gentleman here, and Blunt unfortunately was also limping but has tried to tough it out and right now is down. So hopefully he's okay. There's 5:55 left in the second quarter, and we'll step aside, take a 30-second break. It's Martinsburg 14, Morgantown 7. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
We welcome you back here. Injury timeout's done. Blunt's over at the sideline being attended to. First and 10 at the 22 for Martinsburg. 2 receivers each side for Fagan. Buskey to his left. It's a handoff to Buskey. Buskey has the blocks, has the space, and is brought down at the 14-yard line. So yard shy of the chain to make it 2nd and 1. Finally, though, Buskey breaks through and gets through the linebackers.
They pulled both guys on the left side of the line there to try to give some extra blockers. Breeden and Kaufman both came through the hole and opened up the lane.
2nd and 1 now, same formation, maybe more of a pistol look as Fegan gets the snap, hands it off again to Buskey. Buskey tries to break through the arms of a lineman that was just clinging on to his right leg for dear life as Braden Parks able to stop Buskey from most likely going into the end zone as Morgantown's defense was spread wide. They have no high safety, but it's still enough for a 1st down and goal at the 10-yard line. So again, they're going with twins on each side for Coy Fegan. Kaufman calling out something to the right side of the line. Fegan sets, takes the snap from Marshall, runs to the right, has space, and it's going to go into the end zone untouched for another Martinsburg touchdown. 4:37 left here in the second quarter, and it's a 2-touchdown lead for Martinsburg now at 20-7 against Morgantown.
That's just as straight up as it gets. Clear everything out, let the offensive line block for your quarterback right up the middle, and they can do that better than pretty much anybody. And Coy accelerates through, gets into the end zone.
Got a little bit too excited there, almost knocked the headset off of me. It's Page on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. 21-7, Martinsburg leads Morgantown as we step aside, take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
This is John Hardy. I'm asking for your support to elect me as Berkeley County Commissioner. I have had the privilege to serve in the West Virginia Legislature for the past 6 years and will use my experience to serve Berkeley County better. I will continue working at the state and county level to improve our local road systems, control residential growth, and remove inequitable local fees. John Hardy, lifelong resident, local businessman, effective leader, and proven fiscal conservative. Vote John Hardy for Berkeley County Commission on November 5th.
Paid for by candidate.
We welcome you back here, trying to hold the play, but was unable to do so. It was another short kick from Page that was caught, and this time it was Carter Cooper who says he waved for the fair catch. Martinsburg made contact with him afterwards. No flag thrown, though. So 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line for Morgantown. We'll get the scoring drive summary after this first play. I believe that's still Twig out there, the freshman quarterback. Read option, keeps it himself. Almost was brought down by Ricketts, but this freshman is very shifty and has a great run here as he just kept dancing around in between multiple Bulldogs and is finally wrapped up at the 45-yard line. So a gain of 6 will make it 2nd and 4. Scoring drive summary very quickly, brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commission.
4 plays, 35 yards after the muffed kickoff by Morgantown. Ends in a 10-yard touchdown run by Coy Fegan.
4 minutes left here before halftime. It's Twig. 2 receivers to his left. Again, they go with that jet sweep that's been working. It's Isaiah Thompson, the one that bobbled that kickoff. He's able to hold on to the ball, though, as he goes from right to left over to that far sideline and is brought down a yard shy of the first down marker at that 48-yard line. They need to get to the 49, make it a 3rd and 1.
It's been a well-called game by Morgantown. Got to give them their credit.
They do trail Martinsburg 21-7. It's Twig, shotgun formation here for the 3rd and 1. Goes with a quarterback keeper, but on the outside it's Ace Flores tripping him up. But the freshman in Twig still able to stumble forward, extend the ball out, and get the first down by a yard as he's down at the 50.
It feels like the middle is closing up a little better on the Martinsburg defense. Twig did get 6 yards on his previous run, but I think overall they're starting to do a better job.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Twig. Drops back, pump fakes, looking deep, chucks it deep. Again, it's Carter Cooper, and he overthrows him. It's out of bounds. That time, better job it looked like from our corner here in Kingston McDonald Gibson to kind of shield Carter Cooper a little bit from trying to track that one down, but it was out of bounds anyway to make it 2nd and 10 at the 50.
He was maybe a little bit at risk of a pass interference by never turning around if it was a better throw, but I think he knew that he was using the sideline as a weapon there for himself as an extra defender.
So they now flip that formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side for Twig. Running back to his right's Thomas. Go with the read option on the jet sweep, and Twig loses the ball. He fell on top of it, though, as that is a quarterback keeper for a gain of 4 yards to the 46 to make it a 3rd and 6 now. 2:35 left here before the half. And again, Morgantown gets the ball to start the second half, so they can go 2 for 1 here, down 2 touchdowns.
Twig has not been afraid to hold that ball at the mesh point with the deciding whether to hand it off or keep it himself for a good long time.
So 3rd and 6 here. Twig gets the snap. Screen pass that is caught on the near side by A.J. Thomas, and he has multiple blockers in front of him. Slips through a tackle, and there goes Thomas into the end zone. Touchdown, Morgantown. A.J. Thomas got the screen pass, followed the blocks, waited behind Shinkovich, and then was just off on the near sideline into the end zone. 1:59 left now in the second quarter. It's 21-13. As again they go the muddle huddle. We'll see if Morgantown goes for 2, if they bring everybody back in. It's Himes calling it out, and now he sets to hold here for Aiden Steyer as they bring everybody in for more traditional PAT. And we have whistles blow as the play's dead, and it looks like there's a penalty here against Morgantown. So false start pushes them back 5 yards. That shouldn't be too much of an issue for Steyer. He did, however, miss a, I believe, 42-yard field goal earlier?
41-42, yep.
So here comes the extra point again. Kick. Once again good to make it 21-14. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break, so hopefully this time we don't miss the kickoff. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10, back in 30 seconds.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here to Morgantown, West Virginia. This first half is now Martinsburg 21, Morgantown 14. As Steyer on to kickoff, back to return from Martinsburg is Fegan and Todd.
See, Morgantown's really opened up the playbook. It seemed like that was a rollout throwback screen to the opposite side of the rollout. Something you don't see very often, especially rolling to the opposite side of the quarterback.
And it's a freshman. Not playing like a freshman tonight as the kick. It's a squib kick that Todd gets, now goes up the middle, and is finally tackled just shy of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Let's get our scoring drive summary brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commissioner.
Yeah, 5 plays to go 60 yards for Morgantown, 46 of them on the touchdown, on the screen pass from Maddox Twig to A.J. Thomas.
Minute 53 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line for Martinsburg, who should have, I believe, 2 timeouts remaining. Hard to see the scoreboard from our angle, though. So 2 receivers to each side as Hagan takes the snap, hands it off to Dick. Dick on the right side goes to the left side of the line past Fagan. Tries to get a few yards, does so. About 3 to make it 2nd and 7 at the 32. And it looks like Boston Todd's going to come out as he's limping off the field. And going in for him is Delvin Wheeler. So this kind of wasting some time, though.
Yeah, they're taking their time. Not sure why. I know that they can get explosive plays and get chunk plays.
Got 2 receivers to each side. Dick lined up to the left of Fagan, who's in shotgun formation. Again, it's a handoff to Dick, and Dick fights forward this time only for about 2 yards. Makes it a 3rd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
It's pretty conservative play calling here to end the half. They know that Morgantown only has 1 timeout. They only have 1 opportunity to stop the clock to potentially get the ball back.
45 seconds left. Now we're going to get a timeout. So
from Martinsburg.
Martinsburg uses a timeout here, stops the clock with 40 seconds left. Yeah, I'm just as confused as you are why you waited.
These are situations Martinsburg's not in very often, so you don't have to worry about it very much. But I think you pick a lane here. Are you going to try to go down the field in your 2-minute offense and try to score before the half, or are you going to try to waste time so that you just go into the half take your 1-score lead, make sure Morgantown can't have another chance to tie it up before half and they get the ball back. But I'm not a fan of them really just going conservative like this, especially when Morgantown gets the ball to start the half.
3rd and 5 at the 34-yard line after the timeout. 40 seconds left here in the second quarter. It's Martinsburg 21, Morgantown 14. 2 receivers each side for Fagan. Gets the snap, drops back, looking to pass on the near side as Dirting, who catches it and is immediately going out of bounds right before the 50-yard line at the 49. So that's a first down Martinsburg, a completion of 14.
That's a big play there for them to continue this drive. You get 36 seconds and 1 timeout to go from midfield and score.
2 receivers to each side. Dick in it, running back to the right of Fagan. 1st and 10 at that 49-yard line of Martinsburg as Fagan looks to the far side. It's a screen pass, tunnel screen for Kyrie Bunny, who's reversing fields. Bunny at the 40, at the 35, at the 30, and is pushed out of bounds and wrapped up late. No flag thrown, though, as he was way out of bounds before finally being brought down by Lockett. Lockett also lost his helmet, so he has to go out. First down, 26 seconds left. Martinsburg has the ball at the 28.
It's not an insignificant loss for Morgantown, even if it's just for 1 play.
2 receivers to each side. It's Dirting and Miller to the right. To the left, it's Bunny and Todd. Dick at running back to the left of Fagan. Fagan sets, gets the snap, drops back, looking deep, throws underneath, behind Miller, but he catches it, now stumbles, runs into the official, and powers forward very close to the first down marker inside the 20. Looks like they're giving him the 19. He needed to get to the 18. 15 seconds left here in this second quarter, and Martinsburg's going to use its final timeout.
They've gotten into the red zone. Here, that's your last timeout. 15 seconds. Say maybe, depending on the result of each play, 3 plays. Here, if you're taking shots at the end zone, I think you can get 3. And if there's any play, though, that you land in the middle of the field, you at least are in a situation where you only need 1 yard for the first down and have the clock stop to move the chains. So that at least helps you out there. That's a pretty ideal situation where you get any sort of gain, the clock will stop at least for a short amount of time to move the chains.
2nd and 1 at the 19-yard line. Dick now at a wing back on the right side of the line. You got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. So now they bring Dick back behind Fegan. More in a pistol style. Fegan, quarterback keeper, runs up the middle. Gets the first down inside the 15 at the 13. So that will stop the clock with about 9 seconds left. And for some reason, I thought Martinsburg was out of timeouts. I guess not. They used one more.
Oh, okay.
So you got 9 seconds left.
I think one of those timeouts earlier was a Morgantown timeout since they only had 1 remaining.
So our apologies there on the confusion. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Marcus Jordan and Kenny May, our cameramen. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. Make sure to stay tuned at the half. We'll have our Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show. They'll also have a scoreboard update from around the state. So now, officially, no timeouts left for Martinsburg. So they lead 21-14 here against the Morgantown Mohigans. 9 seconds left in the quarter.
9 seconds, I say that's 2 shots at the end zone.
Fegan, shotgun formation, Dick to his right, 2 receivers to each side. They now send Dick as an extra blocker on the right side of the line as a wing back. Fegan gets the snap, drops back, rolls out to his right, steps up, looking deep, throws it for the end zone. Contact made, but no flag. So on comes the field goal team now as there's 3 seconds left, but wasn't sure if we were going to get a PI against Blunt as his arms were outstretched. Thought he made some contact, but Dylan?
I think if there was any, it was pretty marginal. I didn't really see enough to think that they would throw a flag there.
Collins on to attempt a 30-yard field goal as the snapback kick is up by Collins. And that is good by Sam Collins to make it now a 10-point lead as we head to the half. Martinsburg 24 and Morgantown 14. Scoring drive summary, if you can, before we take our 2-minute break, brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commissioner. Vote John Hardy on November 5th.
I believe that was 7 plays for 55 yards. I'm doing my math there in my head correctly to get the field goal.
There you go. Let's now step aside, take a 2-minute break, then we'll be back with our halftime show. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football. Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney. Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to Morgantown, West Virginia at the half. Martinsburg leads Morgantown 24-14. A halftime show is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. I'm Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop, Marcus Jordan, and Kenny Mayer, our cameramen. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini, who you'll hear from momentarily with some scores from around the state. As Dylan's still tallying up here our first half stats unofficially. It's been a pretty wild first half. Morgantown given a fight here to the undefeated Bulldogs, who are trying to extend the winning streak to 20 straight if they get the win tonight. And for Coach Walker as the head coach of Martinsburg, 76 straight.
I've been very impressed by the Mohigans and their offense especially. The defense, for the most part, has probably done a better job, at least early on in the game, in stopping the run of Martinsburg. Like early on, Nick Buskey, his first 3 carries went for 2, just went to the line of scrimmage, and then a gain of 2 for himself. They slowed down Coy Fagan a couple times for just gains of 1 or 2, but they started to get it going later in the half, mixing in some runs to the outside to kind of mix it up. But overall, it's been the explosive plays on both sides. 66 and 33-yard touchdown passes for Coy Fagan, 54 and 46-yard touchdown passes for Maddox Twig, the backup freshman quarterback for the Mohigans. And it's been a while to watch. This has been a fun one.
First half stats are brought to you by Ollie's VIP Northside, the best local spot to catch sports or hang out with friends. Stop by 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. Ollie's VIP will see you for the game. You got anything else for us, Dylan?
Let's see. Coy Fagan is 8 for 10, 179 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He's run the ball 11 times for 63 yards and a rushing touchdown. Nick Buskey, only 5 carries for 13 yards, got 9 of them all in 1 carry. Brian Dick, 4 carries for 14 yards. Kyrie Bunny for Martinsburg, 4 catches for 132 receiving yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. On the Morgantown side, let's see, Alex Himes was 2 for 3 with 48 yards passing before Maddox Twig, the freshman backup, came in 3 for 4 with 104 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns. I mentioned those 2, 100 yards in total yards on those 2 touchdown passes. One of them to A.J. Thomas on the screen, but one of them a great deep ball to Carter Cooper, who has 3 catches for 100 yards, also had a 38-yarder. They have not run the ball between the tackles too much. A.J. Thomas only has 4 yards on 5 carries rushing the ball, but Maddox Twig been a little better in the run game early on, only has 5 carries as well, 13 yards for him. And let's see, Reese Wells had himself a 46-yard run at one point in there. So overall, a lot of big plays on both sides, which we're not used to seeing Martinsburg's defense give up. I mean, plays of 38, 54, 46, 46. Morgantown has, and I got to give credit to Morgantown. It's been creative play calling, setting up one thing, working a counter off of it, bringing the jet motion, handing it off, later play action off of it to a deep ball. It's been good throws. It's been good catches down the field. Now, Martinsburg's still leading. They're doing great on their end as well. They're getting great runs and passes. Coy Fagan, like I said, 8 for 10, 179 yards. He's been great so far. He's running the ball for 60 yards as well. So this is a heavyweight fight. It feels like number 2 versus number 5, like it is. So, and you obviously argue Martinsburg, if you're not going off of just the schedule math, they would be ranked number 1. So this has been a really fun one.
It has, and we'll have to, I guess, wait and see what's in store for us in the second half. Morgantown will get the ball to begin the half, as we have about 13 and a half minutes left on the halftime clock. So we will step aside, take a 2-minute break, and on the other side of that break, you'll hear from Nick Verzolini with some scores around the state here this evening. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
A DUI arrest can have a devastating impact on one's life, your job, your driver's license, and in some cases your very freedom. My name is Harley Wagner. I own and operate West Virginia's only exclusive DUI defense firm. Since 1999, I've been representing citizens throughout the Eastern Panhandle and state of West Virginia charged with DUI. Let my years of training and experience work for you.
The initial consultation is free at the Wagner Law Firm in Martinsburg. Phone 304-901-7400 or online at westvirginiaduilawyers.com.
You feel that in the air? The precision passes of expletives thrown from a jersey-clad warrior to his TV, his dog, or anyone that'll listen. It's time for tailgating and showing off those parking lot picnics. Just remember, when you come out of the fourth quarter to 5 new dents, remember Cody's Auto Body is your MVP. I can erase those dents, just not the memory of your team's awful record. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body. That's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
My roots run deep in Berkeley County. As a father, grandfather, and as your sheriff, it has never been more important to have a leader with the connections to properly address the issues that come with the rapid growth of this county. Whether it's working some of the largest profile cases in our area throughout my 35-year law enforcement career, coaching Little League Baseball, or leading our church security team, Mary Beth and I are determined to make Berkeley County safe for our children and your children.
Paid for by candidate.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
We welcome you into the halftime scoreboard update brought to you by Rob Blair for Sheriff. Vote for Rob Blair on November 5th. I'm Nick Verzolini here with your halftime scoreboard show. At the half, we have some interesting scores, including a final from last night. Liberty beating Hedgesville 32-7 last night to get the win. Eagles have lost 4 in a row. In other EPAC action, South Hagerstown is tied with Jefferson at 14 in a surprising score there. A lot of us thought Jefferson had gotten back on track with a good performance against Martinsburg and a win last week against Hedgesville. South Hagerstown, though, giving them a fight tonight. Cabell Midland, Musselman, both teams are winless. Somebody will get their first win here tonight. Right now, Cabell Midland leads 14-7 over the Applemen. Some scores from around the state, as well as Panhandle teams not in the bag. Hampshire trailing East Hardy 14-0 on the road. In terms of some big games across the state, the battle for the Shield, Huntington Spring Valley tied at 14. And then Bridgeport leading at the half 28-0 against Parkersburg South. Parkersburg leads George Washington 7-6. Last reported it in the first quarter. Fairmont Senior is upsetting Wheeling Park tonight 21-7. I guess you could call it an upset. Fairmont, the number 1 team in AAA, undefeated. Wheeling Park, the number 3 team in Quad A. East, we already mentioned East Hardy leading Hampshire. We already mentioned that Spring Valley Huntington game. So we'll take another break. On the other side of this break, we'll send it back to Colin and Dylan in Morgantown for the start of the second half between Martinsburg and Morgantown. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back on the other side of this break.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In 2024, more than 360,000 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer, but there's hope. Advancements in early detection methods and support continue to increase the chances of survival. When caught in its earliest localized stages, the 5-year relative survival rate is 99%. WVU Madison Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center encourage women 40 and older to schedule a 3D mammogram at one of our local facilities today.
This is John Hardy. I'm asking for your support to elect me as Berkeley County Commissioner. I have had the privilege to serve in the West Virginia Legislature for the past 6 years and will use my experience to serve Berkeley County better. I will continue working at the state and county level to improve our local road systems, control residential growth, and remove inequitable local fees. John Hardy, lifelong resident, local businessman, effective leader, and proven fiscal conservative. Vote John Hardy for Berkeley County Commission on November 5th.
Paid for by candidate.
Hello and welcome to the Alumni Association Minute. We are the Coopers and we represent the Martinsburg High School Alumni Association. You have the opportunity now to help us because it is that time of the year, and we want to remind you that your dues and gifts and any help that you can to help the youth and the alumni here, please give us all opportunity to help them.
We were fortunate last year on Senior Day to hand out 15 $1,000 scholarships to the seniors from the alumni. And with your help, we can do that again this year. But it all depends on you. You can give 2 different ways. The $10 dues or more can be mailed to Martinsburg High School Alumni Association, Post Office Box 3007, Martinsburg, West Virginia 25402. You can go online to our secure website at MHSBulldogalumni.com. That's MHSBulldogAlumni.com. Either way would be fine as long as we get your help. There's over 15,000 of you still around because anybody that graduated from Martinsburg High School is considered an alumni, and we would really appreciate you sending your dues in.
So thank you so much for your help. And remember, we have a lot of good organizations here at Martinsburg High School, whether it's scholastic, after school, sports, good times. We ask you to help us become one of the better alumni associations for Martinsburg High School. Again, we thank TV 10 for their opportunity to help us and support us. We ask you now to continue to guide, God bless, and go Bulldogs.
We welcome you back here to Tony Lewis Field, home of the Morgantown Mohigans. Both teams make their way out of the locker room here at the half. It is Martinsburg leading Morgantown 24-14. Morgantown will get the second half kickoff. And before we get there, is there still a few minutes left? Let's get some second half adjustments from you, Dylan.
I think the pretty obvious thing for both teams is that their defenses both need to play better over the top in the secondary to prevent those big chunk plays over the top of the defense, because both quarterbacks are going to be able to throw the ball pretty well. And I think Morgantown can do better up front in the middle, stopping the run, because Martinsburg's gotten a little better at that. And Martinsburg can do better out on the edges in pursuit with their linebackers.
So both teams right now continuing to stretch out. Let's step aside, take a final 1 minute break. Just do a 1 minute break back at the studio, Nick, just in case they decide to potentially go early. This is West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 1 minute.
Mayhem is everywhere. I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
I'm Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare and life insurance agency. We are here to help you navigate the Medicare maze. We represent all of the major carriers, and you do not pay any more to go through us than if you go directly through a carrier. But if you go through us, you have a local professional to help you with all your Medicare needs, not a voice that could be in some other part of the world. Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare agency, BodwellInsuranceSolutions.com or 304-283-0864.
We welcome you back here. So we are almost ready for the second half kickoff between Martinsburg and Morgantown. And an update for those that might have been curious back at home, as earlier in the game, Mason Wally, corner for Martinsburg, went down with a injury pretty early on that first deep ball to Carter Cooper. He's on the sideline, however, shoulder pads are off, so it looks like he will not be back in for this game tonight. So hopefully he's okay in the long run, but for tonight you will not see him out there.
And that's meaningful. It's been the secondary play for Martinsburg that has been a problem, giving up the big play. So we'll see if Morgantown's able to continue to take advantage, if Carter Cooper can make more big plays down the field, Maddox Twig and make big throws down the field. Those plays at this level of football are pretty hard to keep up, replicate for an entire game. Not saying that Morgantown can't do it. It's just that it will be especially impressive if they do, because that's just, these guys, we're not looking at five-star quarterbacks out here. At least they're not rated as five-star quarterbacks. Obviously, you have a guy that from Martinsburg a few years ago that should have been rated as some sort of star, recruited to go and be down here in Morgantown, but ended up going to Shepherd, and now is the backup quarterback for the Chicago Bears. But still, overall point being that at this level of football, those big chunk plays down the field, especially with the way that Morgantown in particular is running those plays. It's kind of with some misdirection play action in them, you're more likely to get a busted play, someone come through the line. So we'll see if they're able to do it. I think that they can. It's just, Martinsburg's got a great defense. They can get pressure and take advantage of, any sort of slip-up from Morgantown.
Second half kickoff is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball again. It is Martinsburg 24, Morgantown 14, as we are about ready to start quarter number 3. Martinsburg's kickoff team heading out. Morgantown's return team heading out. And it looks like here for the third quarter, it will be Sam Collins on the kickoff, as him and Cody Page, it seems like from up here, at least throughout the season, kind of flip quarters of who's kicking off and who's doing the field goal or extra point duties. So I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me, Dylan Bishop, Marcus Jordan, and Kenny May are our cameramen. Back in the studios, Nick Verzolini. Two men back to return for the Mohigans. You have A.J. Thomas on the near side, and on the far side it is Isaiah Thompson, both standing at the 9-yard line, waiting for Sam Collins. Collins chit-chatting with the official here before he gets the football to place it on the tee here to the near side hash marks at the 40-yard line.
Waiting for those last 15 seconds to roll off the clock.
Yep, they put an extra 3 back on, I guess. Don't know why you don't just reset it instead of waiting. Maybe it's easier to wait and then hit reset. I don't know. This isn't our place. And even if it was, I don't know how to run the clock back at home either. Do you?
No,
Didn't think so.
No, we're in this box,
yes.
Not the other box. They do their thing here, there. We just talk about the game in front of us.
Here we go. 12 minutes are on the scoreboard for this third quarter. As Collins goes back to kick off for Martinsburg. He's up by 10. His kick, a low wobbler to the near side, bounces at the 15, and the bounce keeps it in bounds as Thomas has to pick it up. And he's going to be tripped up at the 20-yard line, but the way that was going, it almost looked like we were about to have a kickoff out of bounds, but somehow that spin kept it in.
Yeah, Thomas waited to see if it was going to, but he had to pick it up.
So, great job there. In on the tackle for Martinsburg was Will Burson. So 1st and 10 at the 20 for Morgantown. So Twig at quarterback, shotgun formation. And go with the jet sweep again now as it goes Thompson from right to left, but not much to do this time for Thompson as he just continued to go east-west, only went north about maybe 2 yards to make it a 2nd and 8.
Coy Fagan was able to get out on the edge and make the tackle, limit that one. That's what Martinsburg needed to do a little bit of a better job of on plays like that. So that's a promising start for the Bulldogs to this half.
2 receivers to the near side. I don't see any to the far side as they go with a heavy set few, maybe one tight end on the far side line as an extra blocker. They go again in motion, the wing back, and this time it's a quarterback keeper on the read option for Twig, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage as everybody in the box, including the 4 linebackers of Martinsburg, just make sure he could not go anywhere.
Yeah, they were able to close off any sort of look to give it outside that time, and middle held up strong.
So 3rd and 8 now as Morgantown breaks the huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock. The freshman and Maddox Twig still getting the call out. Under 10 seconds left now. 2 receivers to the left, one on the right side of the line is Thompson. We'll see if he goes in motion again. He does not, as Twig gets the snap, drops back the pass. Under pressure, has to scramble to the far side, chucks it deep, and it's a jump ball that's intercepted by Boston Todd. Here goes Todd. Can he get a block for Miller? He can. Todd going to the near side at the 50. Can he get another block at the 40, at the 30? There goes Todd again at the 20. He's finally brought down. There you go. That was a duck, and Boston Todd said thank you very much.
What you do on first and second heavily influences your third down defense. Martinsburg's able to get the stops on first and second down, sets up an obvious passing situation on third and long. A lot of Morgantown's big passing plays have been off play action when you thought maybe they would run the ball. They got pressure, made him roll out. He had to just chuck it down the field. He should have thrown it away. Freshman mistake.
10:04 left in the third. 1st and 10 now for Martinsburg at Morgantown's 20. Fegan alone in the backfield, gets the snap, rolls to his right as a man underneath. It's caught. It's Todd again. Tiptoes down the sideline, loses the ball in the end zone. But they say he stepped out of bounds first. Ooh, everybody take a deep breath. It was a screen pass for Todd, and he tried to extend out, lost the ball, but fortunately stepped out of bounds right before. So 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
The same play they ran on to start the game for Martinsburg, and it was an incomplete pass from Fagan as he kind of had to throw off target this time.
Oh, no. Now Boston Todd goes down. So we'll take a injury timeout, a 30-second break here with 9:55 left in this third quarter. It's Martinsburg 24, Morgantown 14, a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
We welcome you back here. Boston Todd is up. Martinsburg fans in attendance, giving them a round of applause here as the injury timeout is brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area, give them a call at 304-250-3551 or visit modernrealtyresults.com. So 1st and goal for Martinsburg at the 4-yard line. Fegan at quarterback. He'll have Blusky at running back to his left. 2 receivers to each side, stacked one behind the other. It's Bunny and Dirting to the right, Miller and Wheeler to the left. Or excuse me, Dirting the one on the left and Wheeler the one on the right.
Offsides.
And it's against Martinsburg.
I think that's on Dirting. I feel like Dirting probably feels like he checked over with the official. Well, that's what he's sort of gesturing at. That's only Martinsburg's second penalty, by the way. It's only
1st and goal
in the first half.
Still, 9-yard line now. Svegan. Take the snap. Rolls to the left. Jukes past a man. Slips to the outside. Goes towards the pylon and into the end zone for a Martinsburg touchdown. 9:47 left here in the third. It is now 30-14 Bulldogs on top of the Mohigans.
Again, that's just the Martinsburg special this year. Just give it to Coy. Let him run to the outside. He kind of adjusted his route there so that he could use the block from Nick Buskey and get into the end zone.
Page on to attempt the extra point. Trying to make it 31-14. Snaps back, holds down, kicks up, and no good. Pushed it to the left, so it will remain a 16-point lead at 30-14. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Drive More Days is back at Carter Myers Automotive, and this year we'll keep you rolling with a $1,000 gas card. Visit any of our locations to take a test drive, and we'll enter you into a drawing to win a $1,000 gas card. With that kind of money, fill up at the pump for the rest of the year, completely on us. Stop in during Drive More days for your chance to win a $1,000 gas card. Only at Carter Myers Automotive. Owners just care more.
We welcome you back here. It is 30-14, 9:47 left in this third quarter. Bulldogs now up 16 against the Morgantown Mohigans. However, the missed extra point by Page does keep it a two-score game, technically. So keep that in mind. Hopefully we don't have to, but for now do, as Page going with that short end-over-end kickoff to the near side. That is fair caught successfully this time, as it's Carter Cooper making the fair catch at the 32-yard line. Scoring drive summary time brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commissioner. Vote John Hardy November 5th.
It was a pretty easy drive there. 2 plays to end up going 20 yards. Get into the end zone. 9-yard touchdown run for Coy Fagan. His second rushing touchdown of the day. His 4th in total.
Maddox Twig, after throwing the interception, he'll stay out there. Shotgun formation, Thomas to his left. They send a man in motion. It's the read option, though, on that jet sweep. Twig keeps it himself, but Ace Flores is there to wrap him up. Gain of 1 on the play to make it 2nd and 9.
Martinsburg's figured something out with the Morgantown rush attack. They're finding the ball a lot better so far.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. Twig, shotgun formation, running back to his right again. They go in motion, but this time they hand it off to A.J. Thomas. Thomas has a bit of a hole, able to pick up 5 at the 38-yard line. He's brought down to make it now 2nd down and 4.
That doubles his yardage on the day.
Or 3rd down and 4, excuse me. As they go hurry up now. 4 receivers on the far side stacked in a square, 1 to the near side. Twig, screen pass to the far side, caught by Thomas. Thomas makes 1 man miss. Peyton Kaufman, though, from behind, grabs him, tries to make sure he doesn't get the 1st down, but it looks like they might give it to him very close at that 42-yard line, and I see the signal. Looks like they're going to give Morgantown the 1st down.
Yep, they're going to say he was right at it.
Martinsburg fans not happy. Morgantown fans now bringing the noise on the opposite side.
I do kind of think he was half a yard short. He might have got a favorable spot.
So, 1st and 10. 42-yard line. Shotgun formation for the freshman, Maddox Twig. Can they get the snap off in time? No. Play clock hit 0 just before the snap, so a delay of game penalty called against Morgantown to back them up now 5 yards.
It's their 5th penalty. It's only 2 for Martinsburg. Now, one of those for Morgantown was intentionally taken, backing up punt 5 yards.
Ace Flores comes out of the game here for this play. Not sure if there's a potential injury or not for him, but Dillard just checked in. So 1st and 15 now.
It seems like he's going to come back in on the next play.
Twig sends a man in motion. Fakes the jet sweep, follows the block, and here goes Twig up the middle as the 1st down into Martinsburg territory, tackled at the 41-yard line. But they went with the fake jet sweep quarterback option. Twig just follows that jet sweep man in Thompson, who laid a great block out and then split the gap.
Power read is what they've been doing all game long. That time it opened up, so I can't say the Martinsburgs figured it out because Morgantown just broke one.
3 receivers to the left, none to the right as Twig, screen pass, caught on the far side. Coy Fagan's there, and he finally gets some help. And finally bringing him down, I believe, was Ace Flores, as making the catch for Morgantown that time was Lockett, but loss of 1 on the play to make it 2nd and 11.
But like on that play, they are doing a better job of pursuing the ball. I think they just got a little bit of the misdirection on that last play. But when they find the ball, when they figure out right at the point, okay, quarterback has it, running back has it, the wing back has it, whoever, they've been pursuing better as the game goes.
7:10 left in the 3rd. It's a handoff to Thomas. Thomas breaks through a tackle, has a nice juke, now tries to cut to the far side, but he's finally brought down from behind by Coy Fegan. But that's very close to a first down, it looks like, though. It's short by about 2 yards. Make it 3rd and 2 at Martinsburg's 33-yard line.
Xavier Pollard comes out for this one. Aiden Simpson comes in, a little more size. 6'1", 315 is Simpson.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Just a few inches away from that left side of the line in the slot for Twig. They send the man in motion again from left to right. Twig, though, going to keep it himself as the block spins past the tackle and is tackled right before the 30 at the 31-yard line. But what a move by the freshman. Does he have the first down, though, will be the question. Very close, and I think we're going to get a measurement here as they put the ball right on the 3 at that 31-yard line.
I mean, that's where the marker is. So I expect that if they bring the chains out, this is going to be a first down.
Let's see here if we can get a zoomed-in look at this as the chains move out to measure this. Will we have a 4th and inches, or will it be a first down? We got 6:18 left here in the third quarter. It is 30-14. Martinsburg leads Morgantown. Waiting to see here.
Oh, yeah. Almost the entire ball is on the other side of it.
First
I'm
down,
surprised they
Morgantown.
needed to measure that with the spot they gave them.
So the offense continues to roll here, led by the freshman Maddox Twig.
They've got something with this freshman. He can run, is the thing, and he's shown that he has a pretty good deep ball. He made a freshman mistake on that last drive when they brought pressure on that 3rd and long.
6'2", 200 pounds.
And H.A. Thomas, a running back, he's a player as well.
Shotgun formation. Twig, low snap, drops back the pass, rolls to his left, but he's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. There you go, Buskey. There you go, Kovacs, and there you go, Urias. That might have been Pollard, but either way, huge loss that time.
Loss of 14, it looks like. Oh, wow, that is a drive backbreaker right there. I think that's just, the drop-back game. Martinsburg broke through the line immediately. Multiple players did. Buskey there, Urias. I mean, it was just Twig had nothing that he could do except run for his life at that point.
And we'll get a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. 5:30 left here in the third. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Panhandle Printing and Design is your full-service local print shop.
With over 50 years of combined experience, we know how to handle all of your printing and design needs.
We can handle anything, from small business cards to wrapping large vehicles. Our in-house design team can do it all. As a staple of this community, we love helping people promote their events, businesses, and anything they're passionate about. Envision, create, and bring your ideas to life with Panhandle Printing and Design.
We welcome you back here. Ball now at the 45-yard line for Morgantown with this second and a very, very long way to go after, 14-yard loss on that sack? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think they went from the 34, or the 31, 31 to the 45, excuse me.
So, out of the timeout we go. Morgantown coming out slowly. Martinsburg already out ready.
All right, this is what they got in trouble with last time, the obvious passing down. But, I mean, you can run on 2nd and long like this, catch them off guard, I guess.
They send a man in motion. Twig, though, dropping back, looking to pass, chucks it deep on the far side and overthrows the intended receiver, Carter Cooper. So that'll make it 3rd and long now.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have called too. So let's see if.
But you're exactly right. Everybody saw it coming.
See if Carter Cooper can. I mean, he had a step on McDonald on the outside there, McDonald Gibson, but Yeah, it would have just taken a perfect throw to fit it in. Wasn't so? I mean, there was no safety help over the top on that half of the field. So, like I said, if he would have, it was just a pretty good coverage by the corner there that time.
3rd and 25. 2 receivers to the left, none to the right, and again another timeout as that play clock was getting towards 0. So it's 30-14 with 5:14 left in quarter number 3. Morgantown trails Martinsburg by 16 and will only have 1 timeout remaining. You say how? I feel like, yes, even though he's had a tremendous game, it's Maddox Twig, a freshman in at quarterback. Before today, he hadn't thrown a pass, it looks like, when I'm looking down here at the numbers. So,
yeah, I think that's probably got to be a factor.
We'll see if Martinsburg can get the stop and what, if they do, Morgantown decides to do, because you're still at the 45-yard line on the Martinsburg side. Is this 2-down territory? Down 16. You don't need to go for the home run right now.
Yeah, between the 40s is kind of that gray area. I think it might be. If you can pick up half of this on this play, I think you just go ahead and go for it on 4th.
Now we're waiting for the white hat to get in position here after the timeout. Again, 3rd and 25. They put 5:23 now on the clock, by the way, here in this 3rd quarter. Twig, 3 receivers to his left, running back to his left as well. Gets the snap, pump fakes, looking deep, chucks it deep, does Twig. Here we go with another duck, tipped around and almost intercepted by Braden Miller as Coy Fegan got the mid on it. It falls to the turf, incomplete, and here comes the punt team.
I've given Morgantown's play calling a lot of credit here tonight. I hate that play call. It looked like a Hail Mary.
It did.
Like on 3rd and 25, like I said, if you can run a play that can get you a half of that back, run a 10-15 yard dig, something like that across the field, run drive, run flood, something like that on the outside.
Aiden Steyer on the punt. Back to return is Miller. Steyer sends a high booming punt that Miller's going to catch at the 5 and now run to the near side. Miller trying to create some space for himself. Still going to the sideline and will be pushed out of bounds, wrapped up, falling around that 7-yard line. So Martinsburg gets the ball back here with 5:04 left in quarter number 3. The Bulldog offense goes back out here to try to extend the lead, which right now is at 16 by a score 30-14. 3rd quarter brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution. Call them at 304-263-3361, as well as CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Give them a call at 304-263-8821. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
I know Morgantown's got a freshman quarterback. You can run a screen there. You can run a quarterback draw. Something.
Screen worked earlier.
Yeah.
Fegan shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. He has Buskey at running back. He hands it off to Buskey on the outside zone. He has some great blocks, including one by Dirting as he goes to the far side and goes out of bounds just past the 1st down marker. They're going to give it to him. There you go. 1st down Bulldogs at the 23-yard line.
That's what it looks like. 22. Oh, we did have the 1st down marker broke.
Yeah, it looked like the kind of protection sleeve came off.
It is 2nd down. They only ended up giving him 9.
So 2nd and 1. Not sure if I like that. I saw Buskey go past it, but I guess he stepped out of bounds right before.
We're on the far
angle.
Yeah, we're on the far side. Yeah, it's hard to say.
3 receivers near side, one to the far side is Fegan. Hand off to Buskey. Buskey this time does not have the space. Tried to cut in, and not a good idea, as saying hello was Yvonne Shipman. And that does not get the 1st down again. Ball at that 20-yard line now.
Morgantown continuing a little bit of how they started the 1st half. They've done a solid job defending the running back handoffs for Martinsburg at the very least.
So it's a 3rd and 4. 2 receivers to each side for Coy. Buskey out to his left, a little bit more outside than usual. It's a tunnel screen by Dirting. Cuts up the middle and is drilled. But he does have the first down at the 24. He had to get to 23, but Dirting got his bell clocked slow to get up. And
yeah, he's got to come off.
Yeah, he needs to come off after that. He wants to stay in, but Brady Breeden being a good teammate trying to say, hey, take a play off here. It looks like, though, he's going to stay out there. So, I don't know. Hopefully he's good. And now the official going to say he needs to go off because there was contact to the head. So, there you go.
He was just kind of slow to come off.
4:06, clock winding down here in the 3rd.
R.J. Brown came in for him.
1st and 10, Martinsburg. 2 receivers to each side for Coy. And it's a read option. Fegan keeps it himself, tries to go up the middle. Didn't have much of anything, though, as he does, however, get across the 25 to the 26-yard line. So 2 yards gained on that quarterback keeper. Make it 2nd and 8. Dirting checks back in now. It's Dirting and Miller, the receivers on the near side. Yeah, Bunny and I believe Todd out there on the far side.
See if Britt Sherman opens us up a little bit with the pass game. Maybe it's 2nd and long.
Man in motion. Fake pitch to Todd. Fegan goes with a man underneath. He had Buskey, but it was a little bit behind him maybe. Buskey didn't go 2 hands with it. Tried to get a one-handed catch, and it falls incomplete to make it 3rd and 8. And now Dick's going to go in, most likely for Buskey after that one.
Yeah, that's a pass you got to catch. It just is. He tried to just stick that left arm out there and bring it in, but you got to get both hands up there. The diamond, as Coach Mark Coles used to always tell us.
3:15 left here in the 3rd. 2 receivers to each side, one behind the other now. Fegan has Dick to his left here for this 3rd and 8. Man in motion again from right to left. Pump fake, chucking it deep now. He has Todd. Can he get it to him? He can at the 35, at the 30, at the 20. Stumbling at the 15. Todd finally brought down. Touchdown saving tackle there by A.J. Thomas. But a huge Bulldog play. Another deep ball works. Making it 1st and 10 in the red zone as Martinsburg trying to go hurry up here to catch Morgantown slacking as you got the big boys having to hustle down.
Just another great throw from Coy Fegan. He has been really, really good throwing the ball this year.
1st and 10 at the 14. Fake the jet sweep to Todd. Fegan goes up the middle, and he gains 1 yard to the 13 to make it 2nd and 9 here with 2:55 left, clock winding down in quarter number 3. Still a 30-14 lead for Martinsburg.
And that play was huge on 3rd and long. Just those little fake pitch action. It doesn't seem like much, but it can make a corner hesitate just a little bit. Boston Todd got behind one of them.
They take the snap. Fegan now scrambles out of the pocket, tries to juke past one man, but while cutting inside on the juke, he goes into the arms of Zavon Shipman again. So only a gain of 2 to make it a 3rd and 7. Another 3rd and long as Fegan, as Dick still at running back. Right now, shotgun formation with Dick to the right side. They'll go with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right being Kyrie Bunny.
A lot of Martinsburg's passes have been slow developing deep down the field.
They move Dick over to the left, now back to the right.
Don't think they would go with one here, maybe.
Snap back to Fegan, drops back to pass, looking to the near side, steps up, floats a pass to the end zone. Kyrie Bunny, jump ball, he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. No flags on the field. I wasn't sure how close Fegan was to the line of scrimmage, but give him the 13-yard touchdown pass to the Bunny, who's got the hops. 36-14 Martinsburg leads Morgantown now with 1:44 left here in the 3rd.
Well, the red zone passing game, I guess it should be a separate page in the playbook. You go over and have a different set of plays there. It's a good one called up by Sherman, but that's Coy Fagan making the play, improvising there too.
Collins' extra point kick is up and good, making it 37-14 Martinsburg lead here in the third. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
October is Safe Sleep and SIDS Awareness Month. WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center is joining the national effort to promote healthy sleep habits for newborns and raise awareness about sleep-related risks to infants. The Safe Sleep team at WVU Medicine Children's Birthing Center at Berkeley Medical Center has earned the distinction as a Gold Certified Safe Sleep Champion by the National Safe Sleep Hospital Certification Program. If you are a parent of an infant, the first thing you can do to help create a healthy sleep environment is to clear the crib.
We welcome you back here, Martinsburg. Extending the lead now here against Morgantown. Another touchdown catch for Kyrie Bunny. As now on to kickoff will be Sam Collins. Back to return. You have Thomas as well as Thompson. As Collins kick a high end over end one to the near side that Thomas is going to catch at the 1 yard line and return it. Thomas tries to cut to the far side, has the space, has Schaffner trying to get him, and Schaffner makes Thomas cut back in as he's brought down by Martinsburg Bulldog Tayshawn Cofield, but Thomas able to get it around that 25-yard line. Waiting to see where they give it to him. And while we wait, let's get our scoring drive summary brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commissioner.
Let's see, 7 plays that Martinsburg goes on that one to go with 90 yards to get that touchdown. And 17-yarder from Coy Fagan to Kyrie Bunny. Kyrie Bunny's third touchdown catch of the night.
1st and 10, it looks like they gave him the 27-yard line as we have some trickery here, but Martinsburg not fooled as they fake the jet sweep, hand it off to Thomas, and Thomas gets met in the backfield, a loss of 2 on the play, putting them at the 25 to make it a 2nd and a dozen.
Yeah, that's just Martinsburg read it incredibly well. Shedding blocks, getting into the backfield.
1 minute left here in the third quarter. 2 receivers now to the right side. You got that wing back on the left side of the line. 5 seconds left here on the play clock. Morgantown only has 1 timeout left, so they got to hurry up. They send the man in motion, and they go back to that same play, and Frankie Arias again is there. Thomas gets blown up for a loss of 3 this time.
You know that thing they say about Derrick Henry, how he gets better as the game goes on. We get to the fourth quarter, that's when he's at his best. I feel that way about the Martinsburg defensive line. It just feels like they have more strength and stamina than the offensive lines they go against. And these guys can hold up maybe for a quarter or 2 sometimes, but not usually all 4.
12 seconds left here in the third, and now a flag comes out, and it looks like it's penalty against Martinsburg. Offside penalty against the Bulldogs, so there goes your 3rd and 15 to a 3rd and 10. By the way, back out at quarterback is Alex Himes.
I guess, they're in more kind of an obvious passing situation here, down by a few scores, 3 scores.
And that's the end of the third.
Put in the experienced senior quarterback.
So, score 37-14 at the end of 3. We'll step aside and take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
My roots run deep in Berkeley County. As a father, grandfather, and as your sheriff, it has never been more important to have a leader with the connections to properly address the issues that come with the rapid growth of this county. Whether it's working some of the largest profile cases in our area throughout my 35-year law enforcement career, coaching Little League Baseball, or leading our church security team, Mary Beth and I are determined to make Berkeley County safe for our children and your children.
Paid for by candidate. I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here immediately out of the quarter ending. It's the 3rd and 9 that they go with a wide receiver screen from Himes. It's caught, but nowhere close to a first down as Frankie Urias pushes the receiver out of bounds. So on comes the punt team again here tonight for Morgantown as Martinsburg leads at 37-14.
I think Thomas was able to get a yard, but yeah, that was it. The Martinsburg defense is clamped down in the second half, just like they did against Jefferson.
Steyer on to punt again, back to returns. Miller standing at the 45-yard line as Steyer sends a booming punt way over the head of Miller. It's going to bounce at the 30, take a bit of a Martinsburg bounce as it's going to be downed at the 31-yard line with 11:40 left here in regulation. Martinsburg gets the ball back.
Do you know if Steyer's going to WVU as a kicker or a punter? Because I can see the punt. He missed an over 40-yarder tonight, so that happens.
And it was a low snap, too. So
that's true.
Got to remember that.
He hasn't gotten a whole lot of time to show off his kicking tonight. Field goals at least.
1st and 10 at Martinsburg's 31 for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers to the right. One to the left is Bunny. Begging alone in the backfield. Takes a snap. Rolls out to his right. Tunnel screen caught by Boston Todd. Todd has the block at the 40, at the 50. And that block, though, by Dirting was just a little bit too long. He didn't let go of the hold in time. Referee saw it immediately as Dirting put his hands up saying, "No, not me, I released." As the play now going to get taken back. But still should be enough for some positive yards here.
He may still get a first down out of it, I think. He'll just get brought back a bit. Yeah, the 42.
Yeah, looks like it was a first down still. So even with the penalty, move the chains as the ball now at the 42-yard line. Martinsburg wanted to go quickly, but they're now being held up so they can move the chains as you got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Buskey at the wing back on the left side of the line. Fegan gets the snap. Shovel pass to Buskey. Buskey now on the near side. Stiff arms off one tackle, trying to fight forward, and is pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So pickup of about 4 on the play will make it 2nd down and 6.
I like the play calls from Coach Sherman here tonight. They're still kind of mixing in some new stuff, going back to the stuff that has shown to work well, like that RPO where Coy starts to bring it up and then throws the bubble screen to Todd.
Yep, they flip the receivers around now, so 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation, Buskey to the left of Fegan. Fegan takes the snap, drops back the pass, has all day in the pocket, throws it deep down the near sideline. It's caught, but did he stay in bounds? No, and he also lost it while going out of bounds as that pass intended for Braden Miller goes incomplete to make it now 3rd and 6.
I think that was about as close as possible to being a completion without actually being one. And Miller tried to drag that toe. I think the pass came in just a millisecond, half a second too late.
3rd and 6 now. Ball at the 46-yard line after get to Morgantown's 48. 2 receivers to each side, one behind the other. Man in motion's Todd. They pitch it to Todd from right to left. Todd follows the block of Buskey. Now cuts inside, tries to lower the shoulder, and it looks like he's brought down at the 49 potentially, maybe 48 and a half. So we'll see if they give him the first down or not.
I think he's half a yard short.
Yep, half a yard short. So 4th and short.
The Martinsburg fans in attendance don't like it, but it seemed like the right spot from what I could tell.
4th and 1. 10:40 left here in this fourth quarter. Martinsburg going to go for it. They lead 37-14, and now whistles will blow as there was 5 seconds left on the play clock, and it's a injured Morgantown Mohigan.
Is that Carter Cooper?
Not sure, as the training staff goes out to attend to him. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School football. Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 30 seconds.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We welcome you back. It was Carter Cooper, the injured Morgantown player, down. He's now on the sideline being checked out. So we are back here with the 4th and 1 at the Morgantown 49-yard line for Martinsburg. They go wide with the receivers. You got 2 to each side. Shotgun formation for Fegan. He has Buskey now motioning over to the left. Quarterback keeper. Fegan has the first down, lowers his shoulder, bounces off a tackle, spins around, and is brought down at the 45-yard line. So first down, Bulldogs. It's the clock now at 10:20 here in the 4th.
That's just sort of your automatic cash play. You need just a little bit of something. You need a yard or two. That play, the direct snap to Coy Fagan, let him run it. I don't know if I've ever seen it go for no gain.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side as Fagan bobbles the snap. Play's broken. Fagan chucks it deep. Bunny's wide open. Touchdown, Martinsburg. Nobody was covering Kyrie Bunny, just standing there looking for the ball at the 5, and then could just turn around and go into the end zone. 43-14, Martinsburg now leads it with 9:53 left in the 4th.
Woo! Colin, you remember who I compared Coy Fagan to last week?
Jesus?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, yes, I know.
Who definitely looked like?
Lamar Jackson or Jaden Daniels. I mean, I might say Jaden Daniels just because you know what's going on Sunday.
Well, it's the bobbled snap in there that makes it Lamar, I'd say. But, hey, Lamar, man, incredible.
He saved that play, though, so that's why the Jesus joke there came out. But great job there as the extra point kick is up and good, making it 44-14. We'll keep it here. It looks like things trying to move quickly. And let's get our scoring drive summary, if you can tally it up. Scoring drive summary brought to you by John Hardy for Berkeley County Commission. Vote John Hardy on November 5th. Dylan, whenever you're ready.
All right, I had to tally this up here. Remember, we getting thrown off by that play that Martinsburg started that drive on. I think that was... five plays for Martinsburg after that 4th down conversion and that play there to go. Let's see, do the math here. Carry the 1. That is 9 and 55 yards on that one for the touchdown, the 46-yard touchdown. Fagan to Kyrie Bunny, the 4th time they've connected for a touchdown
today. And that's not the only time this has happened before.
No.
Sam Collins on to kick off. Collins kicks this one away. It's deep. It's caught at the 4-yard line. Thomas has it and is wrapped up and brought down at the 15-yard line as tripping him up there was Tay Cofield. 44-14, Martinsburg up by 30 points now, as this is what you kind of anticipated at the start of the game, and you finally see it in the second half. The Bulldogs are rolling here in Morgantown.
Yeah, if you told me this would be the score with this much time left, I'd say, okay, yeah, I fully understand. That adds up with what I expected. Now, the journey that it took to get here, a little different than what I thought we were going to get.
First play, little run here trying to go up the middle, but
Thomas.
I don't think much of anything for Thomas there, making it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think just back to the line of scrimmage.
9.5 minutes left now here in the regulation. You got Himes in at quarterback. Thomas at running back. Shotgun formation. Himes sends a man in motion. Low snap. They go with the jet sweep. And it's Thompson who slips through one tackle here on the near side, but is eventually wrapped up by Martinsburg's, I believe that's Xavier Pollard. It is Pollard on the tackle, so a gain of about 4, I think, on that one to make it a 3rd and 6. Ball at the 19-yard line now.
And Morgantown, this is what happens when you fall behind. You're a team that runs the sort of offense that Morgantown, you build it around the run game, and you fall it down. It's tough.
They go again with that jet sweep to Thompson, and Thompson goes from left to right this time as they continue to just try to use his speed against Martinsburg, but it is short of the first down by about a yard. No, they gave it to him again.
I think it was right there.
So right at the 25, they say first down Morgantown.
All right. There's shockingly a lot of time left in this game. 8 minutes. It's just that the explosive plays have kind of disappeared from Morgantown in the second half as the Martinsburg defense has sorted to.
Yeah, they strayed away from the deep ball. They're going here with motion as motion draws a flag, and it's a false start against Morgantown, so put ball at the 20 now for a 1st and 15. But you have Himes back in. Twig wasn't as accurate here so far with the deep balls that you did see in the third quarter.
No. That's kind of what I was talking about as we were leading into the second half. It's hard to replicate that at this, especially with a freshman at this level of football. It's hard to do that for an entire game, especially after the novelty of catching the defense off guard is kind of faded.
Again, they go here, and it's a handoff now on the near side. Here goes Lawhon. First time I think I've said his name tonight as he gets into Martinsburg territory as he's pushed out of bounds at the 46-yard line. So that's a big run here for Carson Lawhon, the fullback, getting the yards. Make it a first down Morgantown with 7:44 left in the fourth. Dylan?
I think that just completely caught Martinsburg off guard. I think he kind of jogged past a couple Martinsburg defenders who didn't even realize he had the ball, I don't think.
Himes under center. They hand it off this time to A.J. Thomas, who follows the block of Lawhon up the middle for a gain of 3 to make it 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Morgantown's even showing even more variety in their run game, even this late in the game. Sort of wishbone type run plays that they've been breaking out on this drive. Now spreading it out again.
Is on Martinsburg's side. They're up 30, 44-14 as Himes now shotgun formation. They go back to that jet sweep from left to right to Isaiah Thompson. Thompson now cuts upfield once he gets outside the numbers and is brought down at the 40, so another 3-yard gain. That'll bring up a 3rd and medium as we have a official timeout for a injured Morgantown Mohigan, and I can't fully tell, but I think it might be Thompson kind of getting wrapped up awkwardly on that run. So there's 6:55 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it here, get our fourth quarter sponsors for you, as the fourth quarter is brought to you by Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com, as well as Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way or online at Orsinis.com. Looks like we're ready to go here. 3rd down, 4 to go, ball at the 40. So, here we go. Himes at quarterback. Thomas, the running back, to his left. Receiver near side. They send a man in motion, as that was actually Himes under center and going nowhere as Pollard lays the boom on the fullback Carson Lawhun, and now Lawhun's hurt.
Morgantown is just a string of the players going down. You're late in the game. That's rough.
Let's step aside this time and take a 30-second break for the injury. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
My roots run deep in Berkeley County. As a father, grandfather, and as your sheriff, it has never been more important to have a leader with the connections to properly address the issues that come with the rapid growth of this county. Whether it's working some of the largest profile cases in our area throughout my 35-year law enforcement career, coaching Little League Baseball, or leading our church security team, Mary Beth and I are determined to make Berkeley County safe for our children and your children.
Paid for by candidate.
We welcome you back here. Injured player is up now. Carson Lawhun limping to the far sideline. You have a 4th and 4 at the 40-yard line for Morgantown. It is a 44-14 Martinsburg lead here on the road against the Mohigans with 6:20 left in the 4th. And the offense stays out on the field. I formation for Alex Himes, fullback, running back, and Thomas behind him. They hand it off to Thomas, and he gets tripped up in the backfield, only gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's a turnover on downs. Martinsburg now with the ball at its 40-yard line. Interesting 4th and 4 call there.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe I'm not gonna use the Q word, but it just seemed like Morgantown's just moving on to the next week.
Here comes the second string now as it's a 44-14 lead. You got Brian Dick out at quarterback, Nick Buskey at running back, 2 receivers to each side for Brian. 1st and 10 at the 40. Dick hands the ball off to Buskey. Buskey outside zone at the 45, at the 50. Tries to stiff arm a man, but is brought down from behind as in on the tackle was Blunt. But that should be enough for a first down by about half a yard, and they give it to him at that 50-yard line. Now Colin Schaffner goes in for Brian Dick.
I like them giving one more carry to Buskey there. He, didn't have a lot of great successful runs today. I'll give him a little confidence builder to end the game.
2 receivers to each side. Dick hands it off to Schaffner. Schaffner cuts to the left, runs forward now out across the 45, brought down at the 44-yard line. So a 6-yard run by Colin Schaffner, and we'll bring up a 2nd and 4 as Martinsburg just continues to churn the clock here, trying to get to 7-0, and right now all signs are pointing to that.
Yeah, it was another week where the second half really is when they kicked it on and looked like the Martinsburg that we know.
About scoring right now, 20-0 as Dick, quarterback keeper, right up the middle, breaks through a tackle, breaks through another, and there goes Dick. 5-yard line, he's brought down. I was ready to call a touchdown, but somehow catching up to him is one last man. Can't really tell from my angle right now who that was. I'm looking like it might have been Jaden Smalls tripping him up, but still at the 4-yard line goes Dick. So 40-yard run, make it 1st and goal.
Martinsburg is in good hands next year. Brian Dick has been very impressive. He looks like you can just run the same offense as Coy Fagan.
Dick, that's the snap, keeps it himself, tries to go forward, trying to get some help from behind, but he's stuffed at the 2. Making it a 2nd and goal now. Martinsburg hungry for more. It's 44-14. 4 minutes left here in the ball game. Got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. Schaffner, the running back, for Brian Dick. Dick motion Schaffner to his right side. Got 15 seconds left on the play clock. High snap, read option, Dick breaks through the tackle and will high step into the end zone for another Martinsburg touchdown. So with now 3:46 left to go in the fourth, it is Martinsburg with a 50-burger here against Morgantown.
Yeah, there. Morgantown put up a really good fight in that first half. It wasn't the same sort of first half as the Jefferson game where Martinsburg only had 2 possessions, got stood up at the goal line on one of them. That was a heavyweight fight of a first half.
Kick is up by Collins and good, making it a 51-14 lead now. So let's get that clock rolling. Keep it here as the kickoff team comes out. Martinsburg will improve to 7-0 after tonight. Next game on the road at Washington. Morgantown will fall to 4-3.
Let's see, Morgantown, the rest of their schedule. They play Park South next week, Hedgesville the next week after that. 2 road games, then end the year with the Mohawk Bowl. I think this is going to be a good season for them. I don't know if they ride out things with Twig or if they stick with Himes after this, but I can see it going either way. Maddox Twig really showed something today. I really think he's inexperienced. You might be limited in the pass game going with him, but they have something there.
Collins sends the kickoff deep. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback to give Morgantown the ball at the 20-yard line. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Our cameramen are Kenny May and Marcus Jordan. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. Make sure to stay tuned all the way through the broadcast. It'll wrap up with a scoreboard show from Nick with some final scores potentially from around the area. So a few other EPAC teams in action. Jefferson against South Hagerstown. Musselman against Cabell Midland as they go with the run here as Himes hands it off to Thompson. Thompson gets bounced back, resets, now tries to move forward again, but only gets back to the line of scrimmage to make it a 2nd and 10. Clock now at 2:35 left to go, winding down. Let's get a few extra 2nd and 3rd string in, as I believe that was Carson Knight going in, number 38 for Ace Flores.
Let's see, you have number 3 versus number 4 today also. Bridgeport, Parkersburg South. I'll let Nick give you that score afterwards, but it's an interesting one.
And you have a man in motion as a flag thrown. They tried to go to Reese Wells, but looks like it's a offside penalty against Martinsburg. So 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd down and 5 at the 25. 2 minutes to go. Clock continues to churn here with the mercy roll as it's Martinsburg 51, Morgantown 14.
I give Martinsburg credit. That's only their 4th penalty of the night. They stayed disciplined tonight.
Himes sends a man in motion again. Again, it's Wells to the near side. Splits a gap, but is finally brought down by Dillard and Knight inside the 35. So a Morgantown first down as he was wrapped up and brought down at the 36-yard line. Yeah, more of the 2nd and 3rd string, at least from the linebackers and secondary in. Still have a few starters out on the line, but not much. So they go hand off to Hawkins. Hawkins tries to go up the middle as he gains only 1 yard on the carry. Make it a 2nd and 9 as now you got 1 minute left. Martinsburg puts up a second half shutout. It was 24-14 at the half. Morgantown got the ball to start the half as well, and here we are sitting at now 51-14. It's been all Bulldogs here in this second half, which you kind of anticipated, but at the same time, you're still a little nervous, I guess.
I figured they would be better, but I wasn't sure. I wouldn't have betted on a shutout, but never surprised.
That was a blue-collar run there by the fullback in on that carry again, and Remington Hawkins very close to the first down marker. It looks like they're going to give it to him at the 48-yard line, but it looks like that's going to be the final play as the clock at 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your ball game. Here we go with the handshake line as Martinsburg is now 7-0, extending that current win streak to 20 straight games going into last year as the Bulldogs defeat the Morgantown Mohigans 51-14. Step aside, take a 2-minute break, and we'll return with the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In 2024, more than 360,000 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer, but there's hope. Advancements in early detection methods and support continue to increase the chances of survival when caught in its earliest localized stages. The 5-year relative survival rate is 99%. WVU Madison Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center encourage women 40 and older to schedule a 3D mammogram at one of our local facilities today.
We welcome you back here to Morgantown High School. Your final score is the Bulldogs 51, Mohigans 14. Post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu and daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Cameramen are Marcus Jordan and Kenny May. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. 7-0. Good feeling here on the road. A big win, especially in that second half. The defense pitches a shutout. You dominate and improve to 7-0. Dylan, waiting for you for our post-game stats, which are brought to you by RAI Properties, LLC, servicing the tri-state area. Give them a call at 304-200-3144 or visit RAIProperties.com.
I've got to do some quick math in my head on how many passing yards that Coy Fagan had, because he had a fantastic game throwing the ball. He is 15 for 19 overall with 4 passing touchdowns. Let's see. You'll witness this live on the air here. 179 yards in the first half, 167 in the second half. At 100-279 at 6 there. That makes it bring it over to 330. 9 and 7, 16. That'd be 346. 346 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns for Coy Fagan through the air. 15 carries, 80 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for Coy Fagan. Incredible game. I mean, it's it's just amazing what he can do. 4 of those touchdown passes, all 4 of those touchdown passes to Kyrie Bunny, 6 catches for 195 receiving yards for him. Boston Todd had 3 catches for 95 yards. Braylon Miller, 3 catches for 33 yards for him. Braden Miller, I should say. Durding with 2 catches for 19 yards. Nick Buskey, 8 carries for 29 yards. Brian Dick, 7 carries, 58 yards and a touchdown. Had a big 40-yarder and then a touchdown in the garbage time when he came in at quarterback. Incredible day for him. Only 4 penalties for Martinsburg. On the other side, Morgantown. Himes at quarterback, who's 3 for 4 for 49 yards. Maddox Twig, the freshman who came in, didn't start but came in, was 3 for 4 in the first half. In the second half, he was 3 for 4 with 104 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. In the second half, 2 for 4 for 4 yards and an interception. Night and day, first half and second half, with how the game went for the freshman. A.J. Thomas on the other side had a better game rushing the ball in the second half. It started off with carries of 5 yards and 9 yards, but then the Martinsburg defense kind of clamped in on him as well. He only had 1 more yard for the rest of the game, so give him 19 yards overall for the game on 11 carries overall. Thompson, you had Wells, who ends up with 3 carries for 60 yards. Carter Cooper, no catches in the second half. He ends the game with those 3 catches for 100 yards and a touchdown. A.J. Thomas, 3 catches, 51 yards and a touchdown. Had that 46-yard screen pass touchdown in the first half. And overall, Maddox Twig, he busted off a 22-yarder. At one point, I have him at 13, 14 plus 22, 36, 38, minus the 14-yard sack is 24 rushing yards for him on the day overall. That's 10 carries for him. So Martinsburg, second half, the rush defense, the defense overall, it clamped down. It was really impressive to see.
Earlier when you were giving those stats at the beginning, I thought I smelled something. Did you smell anything? It smelled like to me that Coy Fagan cooked up another player of the game potentially, Dylan.
Spoiler. It's usually the last award of the night we do.
Let's give it first because he deserves it. He played like the player of the game all the way through.
Well, yeah, when you throw 4 incompletions, 4 touchdown passes, almost 350 yards through the air, add in 80 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns, 6 total touchdowns, over 400 total yards. What does the numbers speak for themselves? It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Player of the game brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. Let's get our other awards in, starting off with the electrifying play of the game brought to you by CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Stop in, see them today at 48 Kelly Island Road or call 304-263-8821. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
There's a lot of options for this one, isn't there?
There really is. This was a pretty electrifying day.
Let's see. You had touchdowns of 33 yards, 66 yards, 46 yards, just on the Martinsburg side of things. Then you had touchdowns of 54 yards and 46 yards on the Morgantown side of things. I almost feel obligated for the first half that they have to give Morgantown credit for one of these. I'll give the electrifying play of the game to Carter Cooper for his 52-yard receiving touchdown that he had in the first half.
All right. How about our collision of the game brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
Zayden Lockett came off the edge on a nickel blitz early in the first half and caused a turnover from Martinsburg. Coy Fagan just didn't see it coming. He was unblocked off the edge. I know I'm giving two of the 3 awards here for plays to Morgantown, but they had a great first half. I'll give an honorable mention to electrifying play of the game to, all of Martinsburg's big play. Oh, scratch that. I can't believe that I forgot the 46-yard touchdown that Coy Fagan had, the bobbled snap that picks it up, throws it downfield to Kyrie Bunny. That's your electrifying play of the game.
Wasn't sure if that was going to be your good hands catch of the game. Are you giving that to the red zone Kyrie Bunny touchdown where he had to do a jump ball?
I think I have to give it to that.
Or
I
you give it to Boston Todd?
That's
interception?
That's the one that I was thinking about giving it to, but thank you for reminding me.
Let's make it a tie.
Right, honorable mention to Morgantown for no, it never hit the ground, the pencil here, but it almost did. I'll give the honorable mention to Carter Cooper. The Coy Fagan Kyrie Bunny touchdown somehow in my mind. I don't know. That was an incredible play. That's your electrifying play of the game. Good hands. We'll give it to the other Kyrie Bunny touchdown in the red zone. Had to get the jump ball forward. Honorable mention to Boston Todd's interception.
And that's brought to you by the Kelly Allstate Insurance Group. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg, as that wraps things up for us here at Pony Lewis Field in Morgantown, West Virginia. Still, in my mind, the most unique, most beautiful setup of a football field within a campus that you'll see in the state.
This is awesome.
Been a lot of fun, and of course, even better because a big Martinsburg victory. 51-14, the Bulldogs improved to 7-0 with the win against Morgantown. Tune in next week as the Bulldogs head to Charlestown, so a lot closer to home for a matchup with the Washington Patriots. For Nick Verzolini, for Marcus Jordan, Kenny May, Dylan Bishop, I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off for tonight. This has been West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We welcome you into the post-game scoreboard show. I'm Nick Verzolini, and our scoreboard show is brought to you by Ron Blair for Berkeley County Sheriff. Vote for Ron Blair on November 5th. Give you the EPAC scores from tonight and last night as Hedgesville fell to Liberty 32-7. Jefferson, after being tied early in the game against South Hagerstown at 14, they do what we expected them to do, and that was pull away from the Rebels, winning 48-14. Unfortunately for Musselman tonight, they are going to fall to 0-6 as they lose a tight one to Cabell Midland, 49-35. Cabell Midland pulling away late in that one, but high-scoring game for the Applemans. Sets up what should be an interesting matchup with Hedgesville next week. But let's take a look at some other West Virginia high school football scores from around the state and the Panhandle outside of the EPAC, Hampshire was tied with East Hardy last updated at 21, and they are still tied in that fourth quarter, so a good one between those two teams. Huntington beating Spring Valley tonight 34-14. Not quite yet a final in that rivalry, as Spring Valley has actually added a touchdown to make it 34-21. 3-ranked Bridgeport in AAA, beating Parkersburg South tonight by a final score of 56-21. George Washington and Parkersburg going at it. GW has now added to its lead. It's now 22-16 in that one, as we just got a score update from that game. Fairmont Senior is going to probably beat Wheeling Park tonight, 28-14 the score there. So those are your scores for tonight's games in both the EPAC and the state of West Virginia. Again, join us tomorrow. We'll be here in studio for Shepherd football as the Rams travel to West Chester. They just don't have enough room for us there, is what we were told. So we'll still have the game for you on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. The 4-1 Rams take on the 1-4 Golden Rams. That one kicks off at noon, 11:30 a.m. pregame show. And we'll have it for you again. It will be us in studio, so a little bit of a different broadcast, but we've done it before, and we'll, I think, have to do it one more time possibly this season, but we'll see on that. But anyway, that will do it for tonight's contest. Again, Martinsburg gets the win over Morgantown tonight. Bulldogs 51, Mohigans 14. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long here from the studio, and join us tomorrow for Shepherd. Have a good night, everyone.
A DUI arrest can have a devastating impact on one's life, your job, your driver's license, and in some cases, your very freedom. My name is Harley Wagner. I own and operate West Virginia's only exclusive DUI defense firm. Since 1999, I've been representing citizens throughout the Eastern Panhandle and state of West Virginia charged with DUI. Let my years of training and experience work for you.
The initial consultation is free at the Wagner Law Firm in Martinsburg. Phone 304-901-7400 or online at westvirginiaduilawyers.com.
And that concludes today's postgame show. Be sure to tune in each week throughout the regular and postseason for more West Virginia high school football. Today's game has been brought to you by
Orsini's Home Store, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, The Palace Lounge, CMA Honda, the Berkeley County Health Department, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, CMA Chrysler Dodge, WVU East, the law firm of Burke Schultz Harmon and Jenkinson, RAI Properties, Parsons Ford, Rocks, John Hardy, Gary Kelly Allstate, and Panhandle Dumpsters.
For the best in high school, college, and NFL coverage all season long, keep it tuned in to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
Spring is that perfect time for your outside oasis. RAI Properties has been in business for over 20 years. They do fences, patios, decks, and more. Call them and schedule an estimate today at 304-995-9764 or visit www.raiproperties.com. Again, call them and schedule an estimate today at 304-995-9764 or visit www.raiproperties.com.
This is John Hardy. I'm asking for your support to elect me as Berkeley County Commissioner. I have had the privilege to serve in the West Virginia Legislature for the past 6 years and will use my experience to serve Berkeley County better. I will continue working at the state and county level to improve our local road systems, control residential growth, and remove inequitable local fees. John Hardy, lifelong resident, local businessman, effective leader, and proven fiscal conservative. Vote John Hardy for Berkeley County Commission on November 5th.
Paid for by candidate.